What is going on, everybody? Happy Friday! How you guys living out there? It is March the 22nd. It's Friday, and it's your favorite fucking day of the week. We got your All Sauce team excited to have you with us talk all about the NBA today. My name is Sweatpants Jesus.
My name is Vsauce.
And I'm Just Suck.
So excited to have you guys with us to talk all about the NBA on this beautiful Friday. Congratulations, boys and girls. You made it to the weekend. You are almost here. If you guys are joining us at the last part of your weekend or weekday, thanks for tapping in with us. You guys have almost made it. Chin chin. Cheers to all of you guys. Excited to have you guys with us. For the All Sauce team. This is brought to you by Betting News. Go to bettingnews.com for a little bit of sports betting information every single day. Click the QR code in the top corner of the screen. Get involved with us at Your Betting News on Twitter, YouTube, or on Twitch. Thanks so much for you guys tapping in with us every day. Thanks so much for all of you guys that tapped in with us all fucking day yesterday. Man, we were live for 12 hours. It was absolutely electric. Early per usual. You know the deal, Colbs. You know the deal. Allergic to being on time. My dog Aloha Picks. Aloha Picks tapped in with me yesterday on the 12-hour stream. The only bet that I cashed. He was here like all day yesterday. Absolute goat. Super stoked to have you guys here. Fam's here. We got Fam Bam in the house.
What up, what up?
What up? Vibes are high today. Got a really special guest with you guys popping in, as you can see at the top of the screen. We've got Ben from Stadium Bets hanging out with us for a few minutes today, talking about the NBA.
I was gonna say, I wonder why Kobe's here today. You know,
Yeah.
Kobe.
Yeah, he ain't here for the NBA.
He's not here
You know
for
what's
the
gonna
NBA.
You know what's gonna happen? We're gonna bring up the guest. He's gonna talk. We're gonna say sayonara, send him off in the beautiful Friday sunset, and then Kobe's gonna fucking dip. He's not gonna stay for the show.
One
He's not
day
gonna
we'll
stay
reach
for
the
the show.
level of Kobe of Ben, where Kobe actually tails our NBA plays.
One day.
One
One day. We'll get there. Hey, you are here. That is important. That is very important. That's all that matters. I want V. What? Huh?
Fam, we're gonna stop. All right, let's go.
Line in the sand. Line in the sand. Yeah, we're gonna talk about all about.
Ignore me.
No,
Ignore me.
moving past
Yeah,
it.
ignore
Moving
me.
past
We're
it.
gonna move
Okay.
past it. We're gonna-
We're moving
Alright.
past it. We're moving past it. We're going to talk all about the NBA tonight. Nice slate tonight. Getting close to the end of the NBA season. Getting close to the playoffs, but some good matchups out there this evening going into the weekend. We're going to play the Sausenheimer, decide who's dropping 30 points tonight. We're going to get Ben's POD for us before he has to leave, and then we're going to go through the entire slate, cook up the Saucy slate review, put together the Saucy 4, and then we're going to vibe out with you guys for the rest of your evening. Like I said, hope you're having a great Friday. Thanks for tapping in. Are you guys ready for your special guest? Who is ready for the special guest? It's no fun leaving him in the motherfucking shadows. So let's go ahead and get him up here. This is Ben.
DMX. Y'all gon' make me act a fool. Hey, yo, what's my name?
What you
Y'all gon' make me lose my cool.
I've tried so hard,
What you really want? What you really want?
but it doesn't even matter.
Come on.
I've tried so
What's going on, Ben? How's it going, man?
What an intro. Benjamin! I hope that means something to you. I promise, Kobe, I'd
Oh
do
my
that.
god, the Colby influence is real deep with you guys. It's a little scary
Oh,
how,
man.
how he just entrenches himself there. Unbelievable.
Yeah. If you didn't already know, Colby fit in perfectly with us, as you can imagine.
I can tell. No, I
Yeah,
appreciate you having me on. This is awesome. The vibes are great.
Let's go.
Absolutely. Well, this is Ben. He works with Stadium Bets with our buddy Colby. Obviously, go check them out on Live on the Line, right? And with Stadium Bets,
Yeah.
every single day. So excited to have you here talking the real basketball. And Colby has left the chat. But no, we're gonna talk talk about the NBA. So excited to have you with us today, buddy. Appreciate you being here. Frauds, he says. Fraudulent. Frauds. You having a good Friday today, man? How's it been going?
Yeah, been having a great Friday. The college basketball bets are hitting, which is kind of a rarity for me. It's mostly NBA that kills it for me. So I'm really happy that we got a big slate of games. Can actually focus on the real basketball and can kind of tune out some of those college basketball losses.
Yeah,
Heck
it
yeah.
was dope. It was dope sitting on the stream yesterday and sweating out games. I became a humongous Long Beach State fan yesterday, and it was very short-lived. And then I realized that I hated betting college basketball because this is my one thing watching all these games. The beach! The one thing watching these fucking games yesterday was these referees, man, in these college games. I've watched so much NBA, and they just don't call fouls. And it is atrocious to watch, man. It's really tough I mean, I know in the NBA they call a lot of fouls and everybody has their own opinions on that, but it was tough. I don't know how much college basketball have you actually watched yesterday? I'm sure you probably watched a lot over at Stadium, but did you get the same vibe? Like, what's your feeling?
Yeah, I watched a lot yesterday, but the refereeing was concerning. The Samford game where they called a foul that wasn't a foul, and then they took 10 minutes to not review it and then review something else. It was like, I think NBA refereeing is an issue, but this has been a huge issue for college basketball. I'm sitting here like, I didn't think it could get worse than the NBA, but somehow these guys cannot call fouls when they need to and then swallow the whistle when they need to. It's kind of annoying.
Dude,
The Stanford one at the end with that block. Holy shit, that was a game changer, man.
That made me so mad.
Yeah. Sanford covered, thank God. But I did have a Sanford moneyline ticket in my back pocket, and I was asking Shaggy on the stream. I was like, "Dude, they got to review this, right?" He was like, "They don't review stuff," and I was like, "I'm sorry, what? Excuse me? They don't do that? It's fucking terrible." Yeah. Anyway, crazy. Excited to have you here talking about the NBA. I was joking. There is all real basketball, but it should be a fun one tonight. Lots of different good spots out there.
Sorry, is there anything you're currently sweating right now, Ben?
Right now, I am sweating New Mexico, who is losing to Clemson in a pretty bad way. So I'm chalking that up as a loss. This is the moment in the day where I'm losing all the college bets. So I'm looking through the NBA slate. Like, how am I going to chase this? What's the bet I can use to actually win some money today in the NBA? That's where I'm at this moment.
Yeah.
Hey, man, you came to the right place. We're going to talk all about the entire NBA slate. I actually have a two-legger with Shaggy that's put together. I can't even remember what it is. I'll find it in a minute. But, Landon. Hello, Landon. Landon decided to join us today, boys. Let's go.
Despite Betalytics not being here.
I know. Betalytics actually will be with us on Sunday. Excited to have Betalytics in the house on Sunday. But super stoked to have
Landon,
Ben with
we
us.
got a new crush for you.
Yeah, we got Ben. Landon's one of our OG amigos.
Awesome.
Indeed. All right, shall we? Let's do a little Sossenheimer to get the vibes rocking and rolling before we dive in and let Ben give us his POD for the day. Sook, you want to take the wheel on the old Sossenheimer?
Yeah. So Ben, this is how we play this little game here of who's dropping 30. We kind of look at like the matchup and the odds and kind of pick who we really like. And we usually play one or two guys off the list, but weirdly enough, we kind of randomly pick the list. But a lot of these guys end up hitting 30. So not to put you on the spot, but if you want to go first here, if there's anybody that jumps out at you.
Oh, that's interesting. I know I'm just kind of going down the list with, Tatum. Boston, I think, is going to blow out Detroit. So I don't know if he plays the entire game. So I'd be a little bit worried about that one, especially at minus 105.
Ben, you said the right thing to start the program because you're talking to two Celtics stands over there. So that's a good way to make friends around these parts.
There we go.
I was doing my best to, just to hold my emotions in. But yeah, I love that.
Hey, when I was researching for some picks for Pick of Death today, I was going through. I love the Celtics first half on the road. I don't know if you guys have been following that one, but they're literally 5-0 on the road in the first half against the spread over the last 5 games. They're a freight train that can't be stopped. They're unbelievable. So I might take them first half and might take their team total over first half because they score a lot and they blow teams out in the first half on the road. It's kind of unbelievable how well they do it.
Are you single? Because I'll wife you up right now.
Please listen. My bed's big enough for 2. It's great.
Hey, oh baby, don't tell Sook that. You're gonna knock on your door later today.
I'll leave it unlocked. It's perfect.
Hey, there you go.
You and Kobe in Chicago could not Sook probably be there this summer, 100%.
Oh yeah.
There we go. Go over to Colby's new place. Yeah, I think I love the Tatum one. Definitely, I'd probably pass on. Same with Brown for the same reason. That Anthony Edwards is going up against kind of a tough defense with the Cavs. I know people in here love Zion. That might not be the worst with Zion scoring 30. And if we're getting into some of these guys, like I mean, Cade might not be a bad option again because he's playing a team that's going to be killing them. So he might be in a lot. He might have a lot of chances to score. And a plus 375, it's not awful value.
I'll jump in. I like Cade for the value for sure. He didn't play the last time they played the Celtics, which was it like a week ago, boys? Because they just played and Cade
Look
didn't
who
play
else
in that
is
game.
here. Shaggy.
I know Shaggy decided to pop in.
Always here. Shaggy's always here.
We love Shaggy.
That's true. Shaggy is here. Hi, Shags. Shaggy boys has not moved from his seat that he was in from 5 hours ago. Also, when we were on Spaces, real fast, because Chan Daddy was on the casting couch behind him. And yesterday, Chan Daddy said to him, because they were on, Chandler was on Michigan State and Shaggy was on Mississippi State. Obviously, Chan Daddy ended up getting that dub. And I told them, I was like, you guys should, whoever loses gets to slap the other one, or whoever wins gets to slap the other one. I forgot this because we were on stream all day yesterday. They woke up this morning, Chandler came back over to Shaggy's house. Shaggy, little Shags, let's go. Shaggy, they posted me in a photo of Chandler literally about to slap the shit out of Shaggy. And on Spaces, he said, go check your the tweet. And on Spaces, I looked at it, and all I heard on Spaces was, pop! And Shaggy was like, oh, dude! Just literally busted his ass on Space. It was a pop, too. He got him good. Fucking power slapped him. Anyway, side story. Yeah, it was good stuff. Back to basketball, though. I like Cade for the value. I do like the Zion look, Ben. We'll talk about Zion a little bit more in a minute. But I think for the value, I'd go with Cade. Plus 375. He's already scored 30 against this team earlier this season in December. He likes to play better against good teams. This might be is this the last time they play this season? I'm pretty sure that this is probably the last time they play the Celtics. Last time, get to play a good team. It's the Pistons. I like Cade. I kind of like Cade for a little cheeky little triple-double sprinkle, but, that's kind of just how I roll around here. But I know, it's surprising, isn't it? But, I mean, for the value, I think that it's a fine spot for plus 375. So give me Cade.
Master Sauce?
Man, something about this telling me Victor Wembanyama at plus 310 is just kind of calling my name. There's a really low total in this Spurs game. I just think that the Spurs are 6.5 point favorites in this game against the Grizzlies. The Grizzlies have been bad offensively. I lean with the under in this game, but I just think that Wemby could have one of those big games tonight where he just kind of like shows us and has like that news cycle churns out again, right? Every couple of games, Wemby has his big game, and then everybody's talking about how he's a phenom and he's monstrous and everything like that. Then he goes in a couple of games, 21, 23 points, 24 points. I think against the Grizzlies tonight, with how bad they've been, they could be carrying a lead, and I think that Wemby takes advantage of this matchup. So I think Wemby at plus 310 is the one that's calling my name.
Okay. Yeah. Wemby. This should be an interesting one between him and Jaren Jackson Jr., I mean, obviously Wemby's a little bigger than him. Wemby didn't have a very good game when they played earlier this season because I was looking at some Wemby lines. So... yeah.
And that's watching the way last thing I'll say about Wemby is there's a bunch of teams that he didn't play well against early on in the season, but in the rematch or in that third game against them later on in the season, he kind of like a little bit of redemption, like some teams, maybe figured him out a little bit, but he's smart. The way he approaches the game is really, really fucking intelligent. And he's gotten better as the season has gone on significantly. And he's finally playing way more minutes than he was early on in the season, right? Way closer to starter minutes, maybe still not playing the 35, 36 minutes you might see, but he's also 7 feet tall. He expels 7'4", sorry. I shouldn't even say 7 feet tall. That's short for him, but
yeah, he's 7'5".
He expels a lot of energy. You saw him in that.
Boy.
I can't remember who they played. It was against the Mavericks. He was gassed in the fourth quarter, like absolutely gassed. Pop had to take him out for a quick 2 to 3 minute breather in a close game in the fourth quarter, right? Like he's 7'4". He's still going to be fucking like he's just going to be low energy at times. And I think that tonight against the Grizzlies team, he's going to come out even angrier after that loss against the Mavericks. So,
yeah.
I mean, if we're going for the value, give me Chet. Coming off a 35-point game against a bad Utah team. He's going to have a good matchup today again against the Raptors. He had 22 against them last time they played. And I just think Chet here is gaining confidence. And I think he's just such a hooper that everyone's talking about Wemby. I think Chet's going to remind us that he should be in the conversation, because if Wemby was not going to win Rookie of the Year, Chet would be having one of the best rookie seasons we've seen in a while when you focus in on shit like his shooting splits and how well he's been shooting that rock.
I mean,
Craziest part is Brandon Miller would be having another fucking crazy rookie season if both of those guys didn't exist.
Yeah.
dude,
Yeah,
we have some crazy rookie seasons this year. Also, I just want to say this. So, fam, you gotta be careful, homie, because clip it mods. If Wimby scores 30, we expect a video of this.
With
So,
a French
just be
accent too. I need a little bit of a French accent. You know what I mean?
Oh, I like the way the snails taste in my mouth. Give it to me. Like it is.
Oui, oui.
We need it. We indeed. We need
Oui,
it.
oui.
We'll do it.
Are you a
it's-
big Wemby guy, Ben?
Yeah, I was kind of. I didn't believe in him to start the year. I wasn't sure. I didn't think he'd be able to go up against some of these bigger guys, but he has proven me wrong so many times that I just have to kind of throw my hands up and be like, listen, I'll be on the Wemby train. That's fine. He's been, some of his steals and block stats is just absurd. And if he even builds just like a little teeny tiny bit of muscle, eats some red steak and red meat over the summer and bulks up just a little bit, he's going to be disgusting. He's going to be he might be like a 30-20 machine every night next year.
Yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
I mean, him in a whole off season of like working out in an NBA program is going to be crazy.
Yeah.
One of the best
So-
developers in the game with Pop. So
Our buddy Sook over here, because we did the show over the summer when there was no NBA to actually talk about, and Sook has known about Wemby kind of before everybody knew about Wemby, and he was the one that was kind of singing Wemby's praises before he came into the league. And I think has it been fantastic watching him progress this season, man, for you as somebody that was all over this to start the year or before the year even
Insanely
started?
exciting, because
Sure.
he's doing everything that I thought he was going to do. I've been telling V over and over again, he's a perimeter player, averaging over 3 assists already while he's playing center and playing at the 4 and playing and initiating the offense a lot of the time. I think Wemby's really shown us that he's got insane potential. When he's on the floor, that's a top 5 defense. When he's off the floor, that's a bottom 5 defense. So I think him talking about winning Defensive Player of the Year a lot going forward, like it's Gobert's time now, and I'll be taking the reins here going in the future. I'm super excited where this league is going with guys like Luka and Giannis. It's all the Euros have taken over, and I think it's time for the American hubris to end a little bit. College ball is not where the superstars are coming from anymore. They're coming from overseas after playing professional since they were 14 years old against 30-year-old men.
Mm-hmm. I mean, we've talked about it a lot with Luca, all these guys that come over from blasphemy. Take him down. Get him, chat. Get him. Good stuff. All right, let's talk about the slate tonight. Obviously, a really nice slate this evening. Some couple pretty close spreads to get us started. Ben, tell us why you are liking the Pels tonight.
Yeah, so I honestly like them first half. I like them the full game, +3, +3.5. I think it's a great spot for them. They're coming off a bad loss. They're facing a Heat team that I think is getting Bam back, but I don't know if Bam's 100%. They're also like off a 4-game road trip, I think. So I love fading teams that are coming off road trips. They're just back home for the first time. It takes them a little bit to kind of find themselves after a long West Coast road trip. Also, the Pels have the best against the spread record after a loss in the NBA. They win 68% of games against the spread after losses. I think they're 17-8-1 or something like that against the spread after a loss, coming off a loss, like I said. So I think it's a great kind of a bounce back spot for them. You guys love Zion. I think Zion's going to have a great night against Miami Heat defense that's good, but when they face physicality, they're a little weaker than I think people expect them to be. Also, the Pels are the second best team in the NBA against the spread on the road in the first half. If you're thinking about betting first half, they're 22-14 against the spread in the first half on the road. So a lot of good signs, a lot of the numbers. Really love the Pels. I'm a big numbers guy, so I got to go with that. And I just think it's a good spot. Heat are so inconsistent. They're coming off a win where they were underdogs against the Cavs. I bet the Heat, so I'm very happy to fade them in their next game. Like, you can count on them to be consistently inconsistent. And after a game where they were underdogs, they're now favored by a good portion at home. Listen, I'll take the Pels every day, twice on Tuesday with a line like this.
Twice on Fridays too, baby.
And twice on Fridays.
And twice on Fridays. Also knows. I mean, obviously, Bi. I don't know if you ended up seeing that kind of funky knee injury he had yesterday. We talked about it on the show because it was no bueno looking. Did we ever find out what the official news on that was? Have they done the examination? I know he's out. He's going to be out for a couple weeks. Was it any significant damage, or is it just a little bit of a throw some dirt on it and he'll be all right in a couple weeks?
They're saying
Anybody
2
know?
weeks.
Okay, so no ACL official then. More of just a hyperextension.
I don't think he's had an.
No, he had an MRI, and they're just.
He did have the MRI.
Yeah, they're calling it a hyperextension.
Okay, interesting. But yeah, I agree with you, man. I mean, we've been kind of talking about this Heat team a lot this season. How their defense is not the defense of the Miami Heat of old. Like it's not that same Heat culture. I mean, obviously the culture still exists, but that defense is not what it used to be. I'll give you a hyperextension. Come on, Z. Where you at, homie? I love when Ninzi's in the fucking chat.
Cool until they put it on the jerseys and the court. Then it's kind of
Yeah, dude. What the fuck are those Heat culture jerseys?
Yeah, those are gross.
Nasty. No, I love the Pels here, man. Like I said, I've got Zion in mind. We'll talk about this when we actually. You know what? Let's just talk about this game a little bit, guys. Since we got Ben here, let's just talk about this game, and then Ben will let you get out of here because I know you probably got a beautiful Friday planned. And then we'll dive into the rest of the slate. We are going to do the Saucy 4, which in honor of you being our special guest today, the Pels +3.5 or +3, depending on what line we get, will be your entry in the Saucy 4, which is dope. We'll have to double dip in this game because I really like Zion, as I said. I got Zion's RA I was going to book it last night, but I couldn't find a nice line for it. I got it this morning at 12.5. It's kind of a squad ride with lots of different people that I've talked with today about this particular play. I got the 12.5, like I said. I got -130. Let me just see if it is still 12.5 here. It is actually. It's actually gone down to -110. So you're getting even better value than I did. Love when that happens. I just think Zion's going to absolutely cook the Heat tonight in every way possible. He played the Heat earlier this season in February and had 9 rebounds and 7 assists in this game. Also, BI ended up not playing that game as well. Not because of I think he was sitting out for some either small injury or just a rest day or something like that. I love Zion in the matchup here. I think he's going to do a little bit of everything. I have sprinkled his triple-double as well. Shocker to these gentlemen. Ben, I have a problem where I love betting triple-doubles. It is my it's my favorite thing to sprinkle. They hit. They don't hit. I mean, they don't hit all the time, but they do hit relatively consistently. So it's not like I'm just donating all the time. But it's my favorite thing to randomly sprinkle. The amount of texts that I send these gentlemen at random hours of the day with TD sprinkles is probably too many. But
I think we can take random out and just call it consistent.
Yeah,
fair enough. Consistent texts. But I mean, close spread. 2 playoff teams that need to continue winning going into this last month of the season. And Zion's going to have the ball in his hands a shit ton. This is just going to come down to whether or not the Pelicans can knock down some shots. If CJ can hit some shots, if Trey Murphy can hit some shots, Jose Alvarado can hit some shots, then this is going to feel very comfy. He's also hit his rebounding line of over, what is his rebounds sitting at right now? 6.5. He's hit that in 7 of his last 8 games. And he has had a double-double in 1 of his last 3 as well. So I like the matchup here, like the RA line, love the spot for Zion, and I think that he's going to have a good night in South Beach tonight. So I'm with you in a different way, but I agree that he's going to help carry the Pelicans to a good performance tonight.
I really hope so. Can I also ask your opinion on a triple-double guy, if you're a triple-double guy?
Oh, I would love nothing more.
What do you think about Tyrese Halliburton? Kind of fading the chatter of everyone saying, oh, he's in a slump, he's not playing well. He's coming off a 20-point game against the Pistons. I think he had a double-double, got close to a triple-double.
Maybe he's had a back assists,
back in the up and up. Back in the up and up against the Warriors, a team that he scored like 5 points against back in February, I think. So it's kind of like a revenge game for him and for the team as a whole. They're 5-point underdogs, so they're going to be probably playing from start to finish. Just a thought.
Now, You know, Ben, I really liked you, dude. Now I might love you because I'd be down, bro. I don't hate it at all. I mean, it's going to be a sweat with the rebounding line, obviously.
Yeah.
But this game's going to be zippy. It's going to be. I think it's going to be a zippy affair. I think it's going to be a lot of shots in this game. You know that. I know Betalytics actually came in spaces earlier, boys. We'll talk about this game a little bit more when we get to it. But they like the under and the Pacers to cover in this game. They also like the Pacers outright.
Yes.
So that
I'm also
Under
on the under.
Pacers.
I
Love
wrote
that
about it
play.
last night.
V's also on the under.
I got shit ass CLV though. Like shit ass. Like I got 4 points of CLV on the Pelicans over, but I got demolished on the under in the Warriors game. So I don't even know what to expect from my plays tonight. But I'll sell them in a little bit.
Absolutely. To answer your long story short, Ben, I don't hate it. I mean, it's a plus 3,000 triple double sprinkle, and that is
Yeah.
like three-fourths of my bet slips, so it's okay. I get it. But
I think you don't even read any of that.
But no, I don't. I like the double double. I mean, his assist. It should be a good game.
Yeah.
I mean, it should be one of the better games of the night. You know, the Warriors really need to keep winning to kind of further cement.
Odds on that, Ben?
The triple dub for Halliburton, I think it was plus 3,000. I think it was 30-1, something like that. Last time I
Yeah,
saw.
30-1, it's going to be a definite sweat. But the thing with these two teams is they take a
Yeah.
lot of 3-pointers, right? A lot of 3-pointers, a lot of long shots. So that means longer rebounds. And the thing with the Warriors is they lack big men. I know Draymond is questionable still for tonight's game too. They haven't really been playing Looney. I don't know if he's healthy or not or what that is. But Kuminga's kind of their big man on the court for a majority of the game. So that just leaves more rebounding opportunities. And Halliburton, like he's talked about it on podcast too. He likes getting the ball and running the break real fast. I think that tonight against a Warriors team that like the Pacers have been struggling to score on the road. I think they're going to need to score some points in transition. I think they're going to need to have the Warriors kind of on their back foot a little bit. So I could definitely see it. And at 30-1, like, I mean, I'll skip tomorrow's coffee and put $3 on that. Fuck it. You know what I mean?
30. I'm seeing plus 3,100, so 31. It's also plus 2,500 and plus 2,000 in other places. So pretty good.
Yeah, who am I kidding? Coffee's not $3. $5 is what a fucking coffee costs these days. So throw it on there. All right. Let's all eat.
$5.69, baby.
If SPJ
Nice.
ever opened a coffee shop, the coffee would literally cost $5.69. Doesn't matter what you
Absolutely.
got, but it'll be $5.69.
100%. You know the deal, and you would buy one. I'd love to see you every day at my coffee shop. You'd be welcome.
You get a coffee and a triple double auto on the with the coffee.
all the coffees would be named like different triple double ideas. You know, that's how it would work. Like a Halliburton Chino. You know, like a fucking Zion,
7, 8 LeBron drinks.
a Zion latte. Absolutely.
Oh,
Zion latte would have heavy cream in it.
Oh,
I hate
100%.
you. Fucking
Heavy.
hate you.
It'd just be milk.
Yeah, just straight up milk with like
Siri
a
just picked up
of
on
coffee.
what the fuck I just said, and she's like, "That's not nice."
No.
That's Siri's very nice. Okay, do you guys have any more comments on this Pels game since we're talking about the Pels here? The Pels against the Heat.
Oh yeah, I guess I'll talk about the over that I'm here. So I got 205 last night is what it was at. I had 209.5. Honestly, I don't love this line, but I still think it goes over the 209. I think the books are telling us that this is going to be a high scoring game. Like Ben said, the Pelicans are great off of a loss. And the thing is I think people are over evaluating BI here. I don't think this Heat team is very good. They're a play-in squad. They haven't, I think in their last 10 games, they're maybe 500. They don't win a lot of games, and especially games that they're kind of supposed to win. We're still seeing kind of a short spread, in my opinion, with 3 points. Them Pelicans just playing last night and traveling and losing one of their like 3 superstars. The spread still seems kind of short. I think that the Pelicans are going to score. I pulled up the team totals earlier up here. I can pull them back up. But we see that they're averaging 114.5 points per game over their last 10 games. They're also 7-3 in those games. They were 7-2 in their last 9 up until last night's loss because BI left that game. The Magic just kind of made it real hard for this team to score, swarming them. And Zion picked up his 4th foul in the second quarter. So that didn't help the situation at all. I think tonight he's going to be a lot more careful. I think Zion's going to be trying to run the break. I think they're going to score points in transition. And the thing that about this Heat team is that they give up more points at home than they do on the road, which is strange. Whether it's because they're not playing defense as well or because teams are just getting up. Like Sooks talked about it. Teams come to Miami and you see that Miami crowd. It's a Friday night in Miami. You have guys like Zion, CJ, Trey Murphy, Herb Jones, a bunch of young cats on a good team that have been playing out of their minds over the last 15 games. I think that they come out, they play well, and I think that's also why the spread is this low. I think that Jimmy being back, the offense for the Heat is finally kind of producing, and I think that in order to stay in this game, they'll have to put up points. So I'm taking the over 2-0. I'll give it out at 209.5 too right now to everybody on stream because like I just think it's gonna go over. I think 210 plus.
I feel like we're all kind of seeing this game the same way. Like, I don't think any of us truly believe in this Heat squad very much. Should be a pretty decent game all around. And like you said, people like to get up and play in South Beach on a Friday night, man. Should be a good crowd. Should be a fun time. They also get the benefit of playing in South Beach and then immediately going out in South Beach the next night, that evening. Could be some baddies in the crowd. You never know. Is Mariah Mills going to be there? Because, that could change my whole opinion about Zion in this situation.
You might be running scared.
Duck and smoke. Duck and smoke.
Like Giannis straight duck smoke, though. Like, that's for real, though, right? Like, you sit out against the Celtics to play against the Nets? Come on. What are we doing?
Do you really think Giannis ducks anyone?
I mean, I think as the team as a whole, the decision was made that you play against. We're gonna sit this game out. It's okay. We're gonna lose anyways. So you play against the Nets tomorrow. Whack. You think Kobe took games off? You think LeBron was like, you know what? I'm just not gonna play against the Celtics when he was fucking like 27, 28? They did not, right? They did not. The fact that Giannis is ahead of the MVP. Sorry. I'm getting in a rant. Let's move on.
I love when you. All right, so just to tell you, Ben, Sook and I love LeBron James.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've loved LeBron James. I've loved LeBron James since LeBron came in the league. So I'm not just like a bandwagon LeBron guy. I've loved LeBron since the beginning. But I just love LeBron James. So does Sook. V appreciates LeBron, but does not like how much we glaze LeBron on this show a lot of the time. However, it's nice to hear him speak in this particular way to give LeBron his flowers in this situation, which is a shock for me to hear sometimes on this particular topic. Before we let you go, after you have graciously given us the Pels, and I hope the Pels win by 7 million now, especially because we're about to have beans on it. What is your opinion on LeBron James? Now answer accordingly. I'm just kidding. Tell us exactly how you feel. Give us your opinion, bro. What's your feeling on LeBron? Who's your favorite player in the league?
Yeah. So, all right. So LeBron, I have a very interesting relationship with LeBron because he came into the league. I loved what he was doing with the Cavs, and he wasn't really like super threatening toward the Bulls, which is my team, being from Chicago. So he wasn't really killing them at that point. And then he goes to the Heat and just destroys everything I hold near and dear to my heart about the Chicago Bulls. They just could not get past Miami Heat. It was like their main opponent, their main rival pretty much in those like Derrick Rose years. They just could not do anything with LeBron. They did that once where they like stopped him during their winning streak, which was awesome. I was at that game. Like that was really fun to watch. But when it mattered to playoff time, like that game was really fun. I don't think I've ever heard like the United Center louder than when Nate Robinson hit like the game-defining shot to beat LeBron in the Heat and to end their winning streak. Such a weird moment in sports time when Nate Robinson is doing like crazy.
He had some big moments.
He did.
For
he
sure,
was huge for the Bulls. He was like a legit role player. Very, very bizarre. But like they just couldn't take that final step when LeBron was on the Heat, and he just kept destroying him. He hit a bunch of game winners against him in the playoffs. After like Derrick Rose hit a game winner one game, next game LeBron went back, hit a game winner. So he has ripped out my heart so many times. And even with that being the case, I still have a deep respect for him. And I can't like be a huge LeBron hater just because of what he's been doing, what he's done for the league, everything that he's doing up until this point, and how he's performing in the ripe old age of almost needing to go into a retirement home. It's unbelievable, like everything that he has been doing. He is better than most players in the league right now at like 70 years old. Like it's unbelievable. And I think I saw a stat where he's played some ridiculous. It's like 60 or 70% of the entire history of the NBA players has played LeBron James. That's how long he's been in the league. So it's just like stats like that by the time he retires, he will have numbers where you look at it and they just seem fake and made up. And that's how incredible a player he is. That's how you know you have someone special, and you just kind of have to respect someone like that.
In 100 years, they're going to talk about LeBron's 40K like they're talking about Wilt's 100 points today.
I love Ben. I love you,
Me too,
Ben.
dude.
I love you too.
You're
The other
wel-
thing about
you're-
LeBron's 40K too, and like no one really talked about it, which I think is honestly a compliment to how good LeBron is, because it's like we just expected him to get 40K. It was just like he got 40K, you know? Everyone's like, it
It's
was going to
insane.
happen. We don't have to celebrate it.
I don't even
insane,
think they stopped the game, did they? Or maybe they did. I can't remember.
They didn't properly
They
stop
didn't.
it like
They
they
didn't.
should have.
No.
No.
Yeah.
No.
They didn't.
Even if
It's
Thomas
like
Bryant calling for the
expected.
ball. Yeah.
No.
But I agree with you, Ben. That's me too. Like I'm a big Celtics fan, and he's caused me lots of fucking pain. And I thought he did to Sook too, but I guess maybe just like sometimes the love is stronger. Like it is what it is. But I just feel like there's enough people in the world like Sook and SPJ that consistently giving him flowers that it's all right if I miss a few days. You know what I mean?
Well, the thing I respect about V is that the times that he does give him flowers, I know that he is legitimately giving him flowers because he's not inappropriately glazing him all the time.
That's fair.
So, all right.
Yeah, respect.
I'm fucking
greatness.
Krispy Kreme over here, but
And Ben, you're welcome back anytime with that opinion. Oh, but real quick before we let you go, I mean, you're a Bulls guy. But who's your favorite player in the league right now? Like, you got a guy that you really enjoy watching, betting on. Like, is there a particular guy you really
And
enjoy
why is it
watching?
Jason Tatum?
Yeah, I love Jason Tatum. No, I'm a big Jokic guy, and I love Tyrese Halliburton. Actually, I mean Jokic is just because I do all those Nuggets first quarter bets. I have a deep, almost unhealthy love with Nikola Jokic, and I have said very, very inappropriate things about what I would do with him because he's won me bets, and he's just a fantastic player in that regard. And I love Tyrese. I think off the court, Tyrese is one of the more interesting guys too. He's just got a great attitude and a great personality. He's got interesting thoughts on things. Like he actually enjoys the strategy behind the game of basketball, where I think Jokic just turns it off right when the buzzer ends and goes home and plays League of Legends, which I think is awesome. But they're two very different guys, but I just love their personality. And I think they hopefully will grow even more to, grow the league, and people should watch more of them. I think Jokic is at the point where he's become a household name, but Halliburton, I think, would be a great household name, and hopefully he does stuff with the Pacers that allows him to become that.
Did you see on stream yesterday when we were talking about this? Did you see that in fucking? I mean, V brought the screen up of this pass that Jokic made to that assist to Aaron Gordon.
It's almost
the
fake.
guy does it. Yeah, he does it every night though. It's so common at this point with these crazy. Like Sook's at a good point that like they're connected. They were meant to play with each other.
he had another one to Michael Porter Jr. in the corner, kind of the same look right over the shoulder. This guy is insane, dude.
I always tell people, whoever I marry, I want to have that same connection that Jokic and Gordon have with whoever I
thought we agreed we're getting married. I thought.
Oh, there we go.
That.
Yeah, I'll look for you on the baseline. Yeah,
hey, there you go.
It's perfect.
That's what you'll say in your vows. Baby, I'm looking for you on the baseline for the rest of my life.
Perfect.
All right, before we now legit, because I forgot this before we let you go. Now on the show, I don't know if you know this, but we like to get a little unhinged, and we cook a lotto. So after we go through the slate, we're gonna have a lotto, and we like to kind of shoot for the moon with this particular lotto. Is there a particular prop or something tonight that you see somebody just going a little bit bananas on a particular prop? Somebody getting a double-double, or somebody going way over their points, or somebody getting a shit ton of assists? Anybody that you that put a twinkle in your eye?
Dog that could be barking?
Yeah, or a dog that could be barking?
Yeah, I could. I mean, I think a dog that's barking for sure is the Pacers. Love the I think Pacers and Cavs too, honestly, are both live to win. I'm probably going to bet Cavs plus 7.5. They're the same exact team to me as the Heat, where they're coming off a loss. I'm going to bet them to either win or cover because they're as consistently inconsistent as you can get with a team. And if they're underdogs for whatever reason, and I think they have Donovan Mitchell maybe tonight. Not sure.
He's still
I
out.
don't think so. He's still out. Okay, but I do know a lot of players on the T-Wolves are questionable. So That might even be better. But I do love to bet on teams who have their star player out because I think you're getting a better line than they usually play. I mean, we've seen the Cavs win games outright without Donovan Mitchell and even without Dean Wade. And I think Dean Wade's also out tonight. So I would love to take the Cavs plus 7.5. I'd love to take the Pacers at plus 5. I think people are starting to kind of chatter about the Pacers being bad, which is the perfect time to bet them. You get a good number. And Halliburton triple double. That might be the play.
Okay.
Oh man. Oh
Say
man.
less.
So little Hallie TD Sprink.
Little
Little sprinkle. The Cavs. I've been loving betting on Karis LeVert in the Cavs. We'll talk about that when we get into the talking about the whole slate. He's been great for that Cavs team. I personally hate the fucking Cavs, but Karis LeVert's been fun to
They're
kind
so
of watch for
frustrating.
They are frustrating.
I mean, that's the hate. They're just so frustrating because you bet on them, and if they don't do well, they look horrible. They look like a high school team, and you're like, why did I just spend my money on them? So you kind of have to pick and choose your spots. But I like them as underdogs. It's heavy underdogs too.
Sure. Plus 240 I'm seeing right now. The amount of times Vsauce laid coin on the Cavs in the middle of the season and he would bitch in our group chat, I can't believe I bet on this fucking team.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
many times. But honestly,
So-
I am. I kind of like it.
The Cavs
Well
against the
delivered.
Wolves.
Well said.
I've kind of been on a run of just underdogs lately. I think it's a weird
Mhm.
time of the year where underdogs are probably well priced just down the
Zero.
stretch. I mean, betting against the Clippers, you can't really go wrong. Live betting against the Clippers, if they have like a 5 or 10 point lead, that's a huge moneymaker because they love giving up leads in the fourth quarter. That's also another thing I might do tonight.
Mhm.
All right, so we'll peer pressure you. You're welcome to stay because we do the show. We're gonna go for probably another hour 15, hour 20, and go through the rest of the slate. We're gonna go game by game. What we end up doing is we go game by game. We pick one play in each game that we like a lot. With prop, side, total, whatever it is. We kind of go through the game, figure out what we like, and we move on. And we put them all together as like a parlay. Now I know it's Friday. You got plans. It's all good. If you need to say sayonara right now, glad to have you dip out, and we'll do it ourselves. However, we'd love to have you stay if you want to kick it for a little while longer. Chat's having a good time. If you would like to hang out, you're welcome to. If not, you can send you off into this Friday sunset.
Yeah, can I hang out for maybe 2 more games you guys go through?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Fuck yeah.
Let's do it, baby.
Let's do it.
All
Love
right,
it.
let's dive in then, boys and girls. Where do you guys want to go first?
Should we go right into that Cavs game?
Let's do it. Sounds good to me. Yep, get it up here, V. The Cavs, as you said, Ben, are 7. I'm seeing 7 right now, plus 7 in Target Center tonight in Minnesota. Over-under is 206.5 in this game. Seeing Ant is back, or Ant is playing tonight. Gobert, I think, is also returning. I'm pretty sure that Gobert is playing as well, from what I'm seeing here. Lots of different interesting spots in this one. I know. Did you not see that earlier? Yeah, that was
I
a good
did
one.
it. He's always trying to play that game. Fuck Mary Kill. Always.
Hey man, Gerald coming back into the fold. We've missed you for a while, homie, but you being back is making me happy, man.
It was busy season for him for a couple of weeks here at the beginning of the year.
Well, beginning of the year. Okay. I guess it is March. Fair enough. Okay, so Ben, you already obviously talked about how you're kind of leaning with the Cavs. Gents, what do you guys think? You guys leaning with the Cavaliers as well, or are we feeling like the Wolves are going to run away with this one?
I'm on the opposite side, but I'm not completely married to it. You know me and the rest of the All Sauce team. We're not sides guys. We like props, and to me, I'm doing something that's very unsexy. It's Anthony Edwards over 29.5 points, minus 115. I think when you're getting that under 30, I think this guy's gonna hoop the rest of the season. With the Cavs a little beat up here, and with him at home. V always talks about it. You want volume when you're betting on a guy, and I think Anthony Edwards is going to be hucking up anywhere from 22 to 28 field goal attempts for the rest of the season with Cat out.
I mean, it's hard to not bet on Ant. I was liking his RA when I was looking at that earlier, Sook. He's been grubbing on the glass, and he's also been killing it. He's hit his RA in 5 straight games. I like that too, but I mean, it's hard to not want to bet his points.
He kind of knows he has to do everything for this team to even be in the fourth quarter competing.
Sure. I I was looking at, as I kind of mentioned, I really like Levert again in this matchup. I took his assists the other day at 7.5, and he ended up getting 12. I like it again at 7.5. It's plus money for plus 130. He had 8 assists when these teams played in the 3rd of March earlier this season. That game went to overtime. Donovan Mitchell played that game, so he was in for that game. I like it again. I like his RA as well. He's just been doing a little bit of everything for this team. Start, not start. He's still going to play 30 plus minutes with him starting. He's probably going to play closer to 32, 33, 34 minutes in this game. I know the Wolves defense is very good, but that gives him some rebounding opportunities. I like the assist numbers as well. I like Levert here, 12.5 for plus money at plus 100 for the RA, speaking to me. In spaces earlier today, also somebody brought up that Jared Allen plays really well against Gobert. Jared Allen, his points line is sitting at 16.5. Did you guys know that Jared Allen is averaging the most points of his per game in his career this season? He's been playing really great. Had 20 plus in 2 straight games. He had 33 against the Timberwolves when they played on the 8th, and he's hit his points in 2 straight games against the T-Wolves. So I kind of like that too. But those are kind of the ones that stood out to me. V, what do you think about this game, homie?
Dude, this comment right here that Pickle Nick just brought up about Okoro holding Anthony Edwards 7 of 27. I'm pretty sure that was the game. Pickle Nick, correct me if I'm wrong. That Ant just didn't score after the 3rd quarter, 4th quarter, and overtime. He went scoreless, despite getting the shots, doing everything like that. Right? I think that, to me, that's more motivation to come in tonight and fucking blow up the spot. You know what I mean? I get it. Okoro is a good defender, but if you think that, and there's any good defender that is going to hold Anthony Edwards to 7 of 27 or something close to that again, I just don't think it's going to happen. I think that the Wolves have now been home for a couple of games. This Cavs team is on, like, if you look at it, they're coming from an home game in Cleveland, but they're kind of on an extended road trip with the road games coming before that. That's something that I don't feel like I've been looking at a lot more recently, because home games can be very misleading when you've had 4 road games right before that and then 3 road games right after that. I think that this Cavs team, and oh my God, puppies.
Oh my God.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Puppies.
if you're not watching the Yale Bulldogs right now, I don't got Bulldogs with me, baby, but I got my dogs with me. And we're chopping in the background. The Florida Gators are balling out right now. I don't care that dude snapped his leg. They're chomping. The Gators are chomping. The Bulldogs are balling. And we're out. That's all I got to say.
Let's go.
We miss you boys. Chan Daddy, Shaggy Jr., we miss all you guys.
Let's go.
Had to pop in, you know. Come on, dogs.
The dogs.
Come on,
The dogs.
Let's go.
Friday
Chop,
dogs.
chop.
They didn't like that. They didn't like that. All right, I'm out, gentlemen.
Appreciate you, dude. Ben, you got the full experience today, man.
That's
You got
awesome.
the full experience.
We got people and animals in the show. I mean, what's better than that?
That's why people tune in. Definitely not for us. Definitely for the dogs.
But yeah, I like this game. I think it's going to be a fun one too. Like everything we're talking about, Anthony Edwards. I think Karis LeVert has been playing fantastic, and Jared Allen. Even if Gobert doesn't play in this matchup, they have no other big man. They're down Naz Reid, they're down Karl Anthony Towns, and they're down now Rudy Gobert, who even if he plays, he's playing with a rib issue, which to me tells me that he's not going to be 100%. He's not going to be able to absorb the contact. He's not going to be able to play as physically as Jared Allen does. And I've been a big fan of Jared Allen since his days with the Nets, and I have been a big believer in his game. It's so nice to see him playing the way he has this year. And when Mobley comes back, this team gets that much better with their own version of the Twin Towers. I think the Cavs keep it close. We've seen, even without Donovan Mitchell, bro, they win games outright as 7-8 point dogs. They've gone into Miami and won. They're locked in. They don't want to fall into this play-in. I don't know where they sit in the seeding, but there's still 14 to 15 games left. And the seeding from about 3 through 8 right now in the East, 3 through 9, is pretty damn close. So
real quick, last mention of Jared Allen. I just want to key in on why his scoring is so good. We all know he's a great athlete. He's a good rebounder. I think what separates him. Yeah. I think what separates him from some of the other bigs is his free throw shooting. I think low key, him being a high compared to his peers at the center position, he is a very good free throw shooter. So I think that helps bolster his points per game because he's athletic. He gets on the offensive glass. He can be frustrating. And a player like that can end up having 6 to 7 free throw attempts every game. And when you're hitting that at a high clip, it's tough.
He's an actual basketball player. He's not just
Yeah.
like a big man that can get in your way and play defense and, apparently dunk and maybe hit the occasional jumper. Like he's an actual basketball player.
Yeah.
Ben, did you have anything additionally? I know you said some stuff that you liked in this game. Did you have anything else that you wanted to add about the Cavs T-Wolves?
No, I'm losing my New Mexico bet, so I just took the Cavs plus 7.5. As a,
Let's go, dude.
I need a
Fuck
winner.
yeah.
I need a damn winner. So Cavs are gonna do it for me. It's gonna Jared
Cavs
Allen's
have been
gonna lead
mentioned.
you to victory.
Hey, all right. Well, good segue. I feel like we can all maybe agree Jared Allen points to get us started here. 16 and a half.
Yeah.
I mean, I like the Cavs plus 7.5 too, but I feel like maybe we're possibly going to be taking that ML as a lotto piece. I feel like Jared Allen at 16 and a half feels comfy. So that gets us
I
rocking.
do like that. If you are kind of thinking against it, he just played Miami, he just played Indy, he just played Adebayo and Miles Turner, and he had good games. So he's on a little bit of a hot streak, and hopefully he stays like that tonight for us.
That also helps me with my Karis LeVert RA bet because I could see a lot of dishes and some dunks from Mr. Allen, so that works.
Couple lobs.
Okay, a couple lobs indeed. All right, Jared Allen, 16 and a half points. Get us started. And as always, chat, as we go through the entire slate, these are all lines and bets that are within betting range for you guys individually. You do not have to just place the parlay with us. Bet them straight if you like it. That's the way to make money in this game is bet these individually. The parlays for fun, which you should always sprinkle as well. But okay, next game, chaps. Where are we going?
Let's jump into this Pacers Warriors game. I know this is another one Ben was talking about, so let's talk about this one. I feel like it's another one of the funner games on today's slate.
All right.
Boom.
I'll go first. Sorry,
Yeah, get after it,
SPJ.
B.
But
There we go.
I'm on the under in this one. Like I said, I lost quite a bit of CLV. I got a 238 last night. Now it's 240. I still think it goes under. I'm not really afraid of the line movement. I think the line movement has more to do with public perception of this game than it has to do with the actual stats and data behind it. From everything that I found last night, I've got the whole write-up up. You can go peep the scribble. So I won't have exact numbers, but the Warriors and Pacers have significantly dropped down in scoring over their last 15, 20 games, which is very part of the course for this point in the season. While you're playing at this point in the season, you're locking in defensively. Each game matters that much more. And yeah, you can score a lot, but eventually the ball's going to stop going back in the bucket. Eventually regression is going to hit and nobody's going to shoot 60%, 50% even. So because of that, you need to step up that defensive intensity. And it's something the Pacers have done. When's the last time you listened to somebody targeting the Pacers defense for scoring? Right? Or for scoring against them. It's not often like we did early on in the season, the worst defense. I think they ranked 25th now, which isn't the best, but over their last 15 games, they're only giving up about 114 points per game. The Warriors and Pacers are both top 7 offenses, but over the last 15 games, they are still top 10 offenses, but their points per game have significantly dropped off. We've talked about the refereeing. We've talked about them swallowing the whistle and kind of looking for a more defensive, more physical game. And because of that, teams that were seeing a lot of free throws like the Warriors or like the Pacers are going to see a decline in scoring. I think that tonight we're going to see a little bit of a defensive battle. Now, don't get me wrong. I like props in this game, but this is a 240-point total. This is the highest we've probably seen in weeks. And I understand it's a Pacers game. I just think that it's too high for a game at this point in the season. The Warriors only given up 111 points in their last 15 home games. You got to lock in if you're going to win these games. The Warriors are a 5.5-point favorite. And to me, that just says that there's going to be a little bit of a struggle to score. The Pacers are averaging significantly lower points per game on the road, shooting worse on the road, and traveling to the opposite coast, playing against Golden State. I really think that the defensive intensity is going to have to be lifted up by both teams in order to get a win in this game, not necessarily having to score 120, 130 points.
Interesting. I was not thinking that you were going to say that this is going to be a defensive game.
I know.
Shocked.
I'd say, again, it could be fucking straight cake because it's two high-octane offenses that play at a high pace
mean,
most of the time, but
It sounds like it's got frosting on it, but
Yeah.
I guess we gotta see.
that
We'll
took me a
find out.
second. That was a slow burn. That was a slow burn.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
All right. I have a play in this game. I booked it last night. It has moved a tiny bit. It kind of goes, it doesn't go against what you're saying because it can still hit within the under of this game going. We were talking about this last night some. Steph isn't so due for a big game. Really is. This is a decent matchup for him as well. He went nuclear against the Pacers earlier this season. However, I really like Clay here over 16.5 points. I feel like it's a little too low. He's hit this in 6 of his last 7 games. Obviously, Clay is incredibly frustrating to bet on sometimes, just because of especially how inconsistent he's been this season. But he's been really good for the past 2 weeks. He's been very good at home. I love the 16.5 points. I don't love the threes as much just because the Pacers do actually defend the three pretty well. Although he has hit 5+ 3-pointers in 5 of his last 7 games, which is hard to ignore. But Clay's been shooting really efficiently. He's been playing 25 to 30 minutes every single game, shooting pretty much 50% from the floor, taking, anywhere from 15 to 20 shots per game. I love Clay here. I did ladder it to 25 plus as well, just for a little sprinkle. I got plus 425 last night. I think this could be a big Clay night tonight. I do kind of lean with you a bit on the under. It could be a sweat, but I love Clay here. 16.5 points. That's the play that I had circled. But that was again, I booked this last night. It has kind of shifted around a little bit today, so who knows? We'll see.
Just to add on to this play, SPJ. So one, I'm glad that you took Clay, not Steph, because an under or an over 16.5 is a lot easier to hit when I'm on the under than Steph over like whatever the hell his numbers are. But the thing
77.5, yeah.
Yeah.
Steph cooks Tyrese though, boys.
Yeah, he does. But I was gonna say that the thing about the Pacers is their 3-point stats are a little bit misleading. They rank first in 3-pointers made to opponents, but they're near the bottom in percentage allowed. So they're not doing a good job of stopping the 3-point shot. They're just giving up a lot of layups. They're giving up a lot of open lanes, and they're just not able to, like when we talked about this, because they want to play at a high pace, they give up a lot of layups. They give up points in transition, and that's the reason why. Like I said, I pulled it up. Clay had 8 threes last time he played the Pacers. I don't think it's by accident. I think he does stroke from 3, but I do think that just take the points line so you don't have to fuck around when he's hitting layups.
Can you say pause on your own shit?
I mean,
Yes.
you have to.
You
You
just
got to
did.
check yourself, right?
I was wondering that.
Check yourself before you wreck yourself. I mean, he did, as you said, V, he did hit 8 threes. This was last season, so it is a little bit of a caveat there. But he did hit 8 threes and had 28 points the last time he's faced up against this team at home. So it did. I agree with you. The lower line was the reason why I ended up taking Clay in this spot. Could be a trap. Could it be a trap? It could absolutely be a trap. But I think that the line is kind of baked in a little bit. Very much so could be a trap.
Honestly,
could be
it
big.
sounds more like the under 237 that I took, or 238 is a trap more than Clay is, if I'm being honest.
I can see Clay getting 25, and I'm seeing plus 650. I might double down on it right now because he's getting a little better value in this spot. But I don't know if that's just me just wanting to bet it again or not. But gentlemen, what do you guys think down there? Ben, what do you? I know you kind of said you kind of lean with the Pacers and the Halliburton love. Like, what's your angle on this game?
Yeah, it's more situational, kind of. I think for me, for the Pacers, they have kind of been winning and losing back to back, and they're coming off a win against the Pistons. I think this is a little bit of a different team, especially since the Warriors are coming off just a huge win against the Grizzlies. They scored 137 points. They shot almost 50% from 3. And if I know, again, one thing about the Warriors is they love to play really well one game and then just shit the bed the next game. So this might be their shit the bed game against the Pacers team that is on the second game of a road trip, but is kind of floundering a little bit and looking for a bit of a life raft. And I think maybe the Warriors just playing poorly after a great showing might be that life raft for them to definitely cover, maybe even get the win. I think also Steph scored 40? Did he score 42 the last time these two teams met? I think it was like 42. Yep. He just had an insane game. That's why I kind of like the Clay angle with this one, because he might be able to go off against the Pacers. But I don't think, the Warriors killed the Pacers the last time they met back in, I think it was December, maybe it was February, a couple months ago, whatever it was. They destroyed him, and Steph went off, and they out rebounded them by like 20 rebounds. I just don't think that happens again. I think the Pacers are a better team than they were a couple weeks after trading for Siakam. I think they were still trying to figure themselves out. So you look at a Pacers team that's a little better than they were the last time these two teams met. You look at a Warriors team that's coming off an insane game where regression might hit them. I like getting 5 points here, and I don't mind dropping a little bit on plus 160, plus 165.
Yeah. B had to go let his dog out. He didn't hate your take. The dog was whining at him. Yeah, shit.
Really
dude.
likes the
He
Warriors?
just no. Well, he actually Steph V is one of the biggest. He likes Steph Curry and he likes Jason Tatum. Don't talk shit about either one of those guys around Vsauce.
right,
But no, he just needed to let the dog out. Sook, what do you think about this game? Do you like you leaning with the Sirs? You leaning with the Warriors, or do you like something else here?
I don't have a side, but I do like Payne, and I'm going with Nembhard over 2.5 rebounds. He hasn't had a rebound in 2 games. And you know me, I think just the absolute scarcity of not getting a rebound for 2 games is hilarious. And it makes me feel better that V's on the under for this game if Nembhard's going to get those 3 rebounds for me.
Yeah, this is gonna be sweaty, bro.
Ben,
gonna be
welcome
sweaty.
to the program. I bet on the weirdest, dumbest shit ever.
I love it.
So
You gotta have
It's
it,
though.
Egen.
It hits at a stupid rate. Like there was
It
one
does.
time he sent me Landry Shamet. He's like, wait for the lines. I fucking forgot. Fully forgot. Game tips off. And then all I see is literally like
2 threes.
maybe 8 minutes after tip. Bang! Bang! I was like, how? He just got in the game. Shamet doesn't even start.
I love that. One of my favorite bets I did, I think it was last year or the year before, was the DeRozan to get over 1 3. It was like half a 3-pointer. And he would sometimes just chuck them up. The Bulls' offense was so bad, he would just have to chuck sometimes. And it was like, sometimes it was plus money. I'm like, you're just giving me money at that point.
free
My
cheese.
wife is constantly betting Giannis over 1-3. If it's
It's so
0.5,
fun.
she's taking it.
Not a
Gerald
bad bet,
takes Anthony Davis more than he'd probably admit over a half a 3.
It's so fun.
Oh, for sure. Jokic's 3-point line is good as well.
Jimmy.
Also, just to say, so Sook joined the show in April last year. Almost a year, Sook, you've been with us, buddy. And he had never really bet before at that point. So he's kind of learned the sports betting lingo and how it kind of works whilst being on the show and kind of as we've talked about. And he always finds the sneakiest fucking lines, man.
I love it.
But this Nembhard one, Sook's going to be sweaty, homie.
Yeah,
2.5 for plus money. Could hit in the first quarter, or you're sweating until the end of the game. But that's why we do it. That's why we do it. So, because you like the Pacers side of things, Ben? What do you feel about Halliburton here? What's his assist line looking like?
I think it's a little high. I think it's 10.5. Last time I
It is
checked.
10.5. It is 10.5.
I mean, I don't hate it. You get 20. He hasn't been shooting great, which I think is starting to become a narrative. Which is when I love to start fading narratives, because at least in the NBA, and this is a big reason why I like the NBA. I mean, these guys, especially the high level guys, they're pretty damn good professionals. So whenever people start chattering about them and start fading them, that's the time you believe in them, and that might be tonight for Halliburton. He kind of got his groove back against a bad Pistons team, and now he goes on the road again. He's going to hear the chatter, and maybe he plays really well. He had 5 points. Like we said, 5 points last time he played the Warriors. This is like a huge revenge game for him, and it's a big spot for the Pacers anyway in the season. So, I mean, if you're going to bet on a superstar of a team to show up, this would be the night to do it.
So he played 25 minutes in that game on the 8th when they got dog walked.
Yeah.
He still had 11 assists in that game. In 25 minutes, and as you know, they got their asses handed to them in that game. I mean, his PA does look kind of tasty. 29.5. You know,
Ooh,
his
yeah,
assists
wow.
also, just the 10.5 assists looks fine for me. At minus 118. What do you guys think?
His PA is 29.5. I like that a
Mhm.
lot.
That's
Yeah.
a little tasty. That was.
Yeah.
I
that's a
agree with
big
you,
number.
Ben. I like fading these narratives. I took
Let me grab my
Halliburton
spoon.
in that game. Like,
Where's Colby? Get the
oh
spoon
my
in here.
God. But I took him in that Pistons game. Over 19.5 points was his line, and he barely hit it just because of the blowout. But I think that, again, he's a guy he's even talked about the narrative interviews. He's like, I know that teams are guarding me differently. I got to bust out of this slump. He still didn't shoot well from three. Like, wouldn't it be fitting for him to now break out of that 3-point slump against the 2 3-point gods in Golden State?
Yep, that would be awesome.
His 3-point line is 2.5 or plus 115.
Ooh,
I mean, that's also tasty.
Yeah.
I think the
He's a
PA
tasty
looks.
player tonight.
He is a very tasty guy. Where's the spoon?
Who's more due than this? Who is more
Facts.
due than this?
Look at that.
Facts.
This could be quite the duel today.
His double double is plus one or minus 185. His over 10.5 assists is minus 115. So with that logic, if you think he's getting a double double, just take his assists because you're just hoping he just gets that one more because he's probably scoring 10 points. But for this, guys,
Look
go
at
ahead,
this.
B.
Look at this.
The
2 of
attempts.
7, 1 of 6, 2 of 6. Like, he could probably throw shots up blindfolded and just hit 3 because he's that due for positive regression. Like, the volume and him just hitting this many, that's fucking wild.
The Warriors are also
Say,
kind of middle of the pack. He took 4 when they played against them earlier this season.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh yeah, I was looking at how they play. The Warriors play defense against point guards, and I found a place you can do it like over the last 2 weeks, and they allow 26 points per game to point guards, and I think it was like 10.5. It was literally like 10.5 assists a game to point guards over the last 2 weeks. So it's right in line. The points for sure, and the assists are right there.
Yeah, they do allow the 26th or the 4th most assists to point guards in the NBA right now. The Warriors do. All right, we're taking something with the wagon. The question is, what are we taking? PA, assists, threes.
Should we just take the PA because we like the threes, we like the assists, we like his points? Should we just take
all
the PA?
around. I hate that we're taking a prop and you like the under though, homie. But I mean, it's okay. It can still smack.
I mean, and I could also be fucking just completely wrong.
I like
It'd be a-
Kuminga too in this matchup.
I also
to
like Kuminga,
confuse
yeah.
it more.
Kuminga's not a bad one too.
But I mean, we could just add him to the card too. Like it's if I like Kuminga. I think that against a team that gives up a lot of layups, that doesn't have really an interior presence. I know Miles Turner is there, but he's not really like the kind of big man that's scary, that doesn't make you want to go inside. He's the kind of big man you go at, you try to dunk on. Kuminga's, we saw him, I think he had like 16 first quarter points in their last one after that stinker he put up against New York. He got benched in that fourth quarter in New York. I know a lot of people were pissed off because he went just under his points line. But now against a Pacers team that gives up points in transition, gives up points in the paint, and like a slashing hybrid 3-4, which is what I guess I would call Kuminga, could probably like fuck this team up quite a bit.
Yeah.
Who's going to guard him?
I was just gonna, before we move on and lock in what we're taking with this, but I think with Kuminga, like you're saying, how he sees like he got sat in the fourth in that game. I think Kuminga now is so entrenched in that rotation that when he makes those young player mistakes, Kerr is gonna be like, "Hey, you're gonna get treated like a vet now. You're in this rotation. We need you to play 30 minutes. If you're making these mistakes, you're gonna play under 30 minutes."
Yeah, I agree. And I think he like from the last game he played, he looked like he responded. I think today in another good matchup right here, he responded with 26 points after that 16-point stinker. Where did he shoot in that game too? He shot 7 of 13. It was just like I watched that game. He was making mental mistakes, turning the ball over late in the fourth quarter, like going at it 1-on-3, just like young guy mistakes, like you said, Suk. Then he comes out and he shoots 12 of 17 against a Memphis team that is bad defensively. Now you get another Pacers team that is kind of bad defensively. And his points line is sitting at 20.5, which is the highest it's been sitting in like weeks.
Can I throw one more wrench in our plan?
Let's wrench it up.
Monkey wrench it up.
Because I found one more, and I think that I'm probably going to end up taking this straight by myself, but I really think that we should put this in. TJ McConnell, over 4.5 assists. So TJ McConnell has hit over 4.5 assists in 7 of his last 10 road games, 4 of his last 5 as well. His last 2 games against the Warriors, He had 8 assists and 9 assists in those games. The 8 assist game was earlier this season. He is obviously the second unit point guard in this game, probably going to only play between 20 and 25 minutes here. But as you watch these Pacers games, McConnell is literally out there to just be a spark plug and make sure to get the guys the shots that they need in the right particular situations. It's going to be, could be a sweat. I could look fucking so stupid by playing TJ McConnell over 4.5 assists with all the guys in this game. I really like this line, boys, especially on the road, kind of what we're talking about in this particular spot. What do we think?
With Mathurin out, I love it. That's a guy who they kind of relied on to be an engine on offense. And obviously Mathurin is a bucket getter, but McConnell is going to have to be a little bit of engine for them as well. And he facilitates. He doesn't score. So I do like it.
Especially since we know Golden State gives up a lot of assists now to point guards.
Yeah.
These are his
Yeah.
4 road games without Mathurin.
It's a great
Yeah.
number. Yeah.
Yeah.
4.5
I mean-
feels nice.
I said we put in Kuminga at 20 plus and McConnell at 5. I think we both like both of these plays quite a bit. I know we like the Halliburton look for the PA. We also like Steph and Clay. But SPJ, would you say you like this better than Clay right now? McConnell?
Yeah, I already have Clay individually. I don't want to put that in twice. So, yeah, you want to do Kuminga? You want to do both? Should we want to do 2 plays from this game?
I say why not? Like in case we don't have to force something from another game if we don't like it. So that's because we're trying to make it like a card now for the show. If we like 2 plays
Sure.
in this game and we're going to be on it, might as well.
Sure. Okay, so 20 plus for Kuminga, which is. Do you want to just do the 20.5? Just
Is it
or do you
plus
want to
money
cut
still?
the hook? It's minus 105, pretty
I'll
much.
take that. Yeah, but it's like over 20 and a half, or should we buy it down to 19 and a half?
I don't know. I'm scared now. You like the under in this game. As soon as we say that we like my plays, I'm like, wait, boys. Remember, it's me. Let's move off
No,
this.
100%. Like I'm wrong. I took 238 last night. The Lions moved against me. Like any sharp person would tell you that usually is not a great fucking sign. So I'm not like that's why I'm also not sitting here like guys. I like the under. I don't think anybody scores. I think that these are all good matchups, and
And
it's a 200
as
point total.
as V said, a 240 point total can still go under, and a lot of props can hit. 230 points in a basketball game is a shit ton of points. So
Yeah.
239
there's,
points is a shit ton of points, right?
absolutely,
There you go.
absolutely.
But yeah,
Okay,
Kuminga
so-
and McConnell.
Yeah.
Kuminga, McConnell, Kuminga over 20.5 points. TJ McConnell over 4.5 assists. We got Jared Allen 16.5 points, and that's plus 578 so far. Okay. All right, let's keep it moving here. Ben, you still with us? You need to leave?
Oh, I probably have to take off, but this has been awesome.
Okay,
That's awesome.
let's go, dude.
Pleasure.
So
having you.
excited. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. Go follow Ben at Ben Wittenstein on Twitter. Thank you so much for spending some time with us, man. We'll go check you out as well on Stadium with Stadium Bets as well every day. Appreciate you being here. We'll have you back, dude.
Yeah.
It's been a pleasure.
Dude, this has been awesome. Thank you,
Benjamin!
boys. Appreciate it. Yes. A Colby special right there. Excited to win some money tonight in the NBA and not college basketball.
Fuck yeah.
Absolutely. Appreciate you,
All right,
dude. Thanks so
boys.
much, man. Have a great weekend.
Yeah.
See you,
you too.
man.
See you later, man. Take it easy. Peace.
I fucking
stuff.
hate myself for doing that 3 times.
Twice. Colby's gonna love you. He only saw the first one too, unfortunately.
He wasn't even here for
hey.
all the college basketball shit talk afterwards. He's only here for the little bit at the beginning.
I know, man. I know. I feel like we're in a good spot right now, though, boys. I feel like we're cooking. Also, Ben's such a dub. Chat, did you guys enjoy Ben? He's great. Go follow him on Twitter if you haven't already. Super sharp with the NBA. Obviously enjoyed having him on the program. We'll have to have him back. All right, I need to go use the little ladies' room. Let's get into this next game. Whichever one you guys want to do next. I'll be 2 minutes, and then we'll keep rocking and rolling.
All right, Sook.
All right, sauce. I fucking hate when we get left alone, dude. I hate it so much.
I hate
It's
being
like right
alone,
away, I'm like, all right, what do we do here? What do we do?
right? We talk about the Celtics game because I don't think SPG is going to want to talk about this. We got a giant ass spread. What is there in this game, if anything, Sook?
This is complete stay away for me. 14.5 point spread. Celtics on the road. Pistons aren't very good. I think one thing you could do is take something Cade if you had a sharp look at it, because I just think he's going to have a good end to the season. But otherwise, I think this game is going to be hard to cap. I know somebody in chat really liked PP. I'm not seeing
Yeah.
lines for him right now, and I think that's just because that is the sharp look. So those lines will come out right before the game.
Are they still kind of like hanging around the injury report with the Celtics? All right, God. Pickle
There's
Nick
somebody
knows
was-
us, man.
Mom Martinez was asking too. Who do you think plays in this, Brown or Tatum? If only one plays, because I think both are on the report, right?
I honestly think Tatum plays. I think Brown played in the last one against the Pistons. I think Tatum plays today because it's a road game, and he's talked about like not wanting to miss games. I was even surprised, to be honest, that he sat the last one, but I could see him.
Whoa. Do you know who we can talk about in this game? I don't even know this fucking
Oh my
guy's
God.
name. The guy that I bet on last
I
game
don't-
for two
yes.
threes. Dude, I bet
his
on
lines
two
up?
threes. No, his lines are not up. And I'm gonna fuck his name up too. It's this guy from Princeton, chat. He is actually from England and then came over and played 4 years at Princeton. Toussaint Evebomwan.
Let me pull this up.
I think his 10 points was plus 500 last game, and he got 11. He's only played actually 2 proper games in the NBA.
This is the
Fuck,
guy.
Fuck, is Shaggy still here? Shaggy probably knows about this guy.
Probably, actually, you're right. But this
Yeah,
is
so
pretty solid.
he's only played in 2 proper games this season. One game he had 2 threes. The other game he had 11 points. He's athletic. He's tall, and they started him last time out. KP and JB in, Tatum out. Thank you, fam.
Thank you, fam.
Tatum
at this.
ducking.
Wow, I leave and all we're talking about is the fucking Celtics. Who's fucking surprised, chat? Who's surprised? I'm just kidding. No, it's
Dude,
okay. It's good.
Cannot believe Tatum is ducking fucking Isaiah Stewart. Cannot believe it. But yeah,
I like
this guy's
Tate.
talk about him. Look at him.
There's
yes,
not
we
much
can
to talk about. He's just a guy that was a seasoned guy in the NCAA. Obviously went to Princeton, so he's probably smart. He's also a Euro. I just think that the lines for him obviously don't exist right now because the books have no idea where to put it. But if you can get
at
this guy for like 8.5 points or even just 1-3, I would take it.
I love NZ so much right now.
What is he saying?
His vagina.
Enzi,
And
who
I-
asked you?
I need
Huh?
V's whole face to react
Oh my god.
Who asked you?
All right, you know what?
Here's
Here's
so much shit on the NBA. He
let's-
makes more
let's-
money in the NBA than he does in the
Listen,
NHL.
listen to me. Listen. We're gonna have time. Let's circle back to this game because by the time we circle back, there will be probably lines for Peyton Pritchard because I feel like that would be the way we attack this game.
Yeah.
I also think JB just goes off again.
You think
Like
so?
games without JT, he's like, who else is there to tell him to not fucking shoot the ball? Nobody. Nobody.
That's true. Well, and
I
there's no
also
Derek
think-
White either, I think, right? No Drew. Like, who the fuck else is going to score on this team?
I also think James Wiseman over 7.5 points minus 140 is a play too. Low key guy is trying to stay in the league. It's going to be a matchup where they might get blown out and he might see an entire fourth quarter. So getting 7.5, it will be pretty easy for him.
Let's circle back because I'm not actually not even seeing lines because I'm assuming the news just dropped on who's playing. So let's circle
Yeah.
back to this one. Should we go to another Grody? Should we just get some Grody ones out of the way? Thunder Raptors.
Oh,
Yeah, this game is also stinky. 17-point spread. I have a play that I kind of like that I was looking at earlier.
okay.
I'm ready to get burned by Josh
Josh
Giddey
Giddey.
again.
I fucking knew it.
He called it.
Dude, first of all, his RA is 10.5 for minus 104. He's hit it in 2 of his last 3 against the Raptors. Played 40 minutes against the Raps on the 4th of February. I know it's a huge spread. I know that, but I mean, like, got to do something. His minutes are all over the place. It is very frustrating a lot of the time, but he plays well against this team. He had fucking 11 rebounds and 8 assists last game, and I took his fucking PR and it didn't smack. I like the RA at 10.5, which means his PR will probably smack again this time. I don't know. I like Giddy in the matchup, just from that perspective. I kind of like what you were saying earlier, Sook, about Chet, though, if we wanted to roll that direction. But this game could turn into a fucking just hose fest. I don't know.
Yeah. That's why I do like Chet, though, because, like we're saying, someone on the chat was, it's Kanika. She was saying that, like, they all went to his jersey retirement for high school for Chet. So the team's, like, very much behind him, a bad defense. They might want to build his confidence. You know, he had that big yam. You know, us here at Betting News, we love narrative plays, and I think Chet is just having a good time in the second half of the season. Neither him or Wemby kind of hit that rookie wall. They fucking ran right through it. They didn't give a shit.
He had 22 against the Raptors, like you said earlier this season. I mean, Clinic's not stopping Chet tonight, bro. That's not happening.
No. Like, this is one of those matchups where Chet has, like, the size mismatch. You know what I mean? He has the mismatch in more ways than one, not just scoring wise, not just because he's a little bit faster or quicker than his defender, but all around he's just going to be faster, quicker, and
better.
His
I think
assists
hungry.
is plus money.
his
2.5
assists.
assists. He had 4
his
assists
over-
against him last time.
His over 1.5 threes is minus 115, and he had hit 4 against them last time they played. He's also hit that into 4 or 3 of his last 4. I mean, his volume's not sexy, but he hit 4 against them when they played earlier.
Knowing us, we're
Yes.
gonna dabble in some Chet. Everything is gonna hit except for the one thing we pick.
For sure.
What do you guys think about Jalen Williams?
Hashtag thank you, Betting News. You're welcome, Carly. What did we do for you? Make your Friday better? Mucho love. J-Dub? What do you like about J-Dub, B?
His points line. I don't know why it's at 14.5 here. That's not the correct line. What the fuck is that? I don't know why it's the only
19.5.
line that's showing. Oh, field goal attempts. That's why. Sorry. There we go.
19.5 is what I'm seeing.
Mm-hmm.
He's
Like,
a
the
top
only
bet
game
for me.
he is. He shoots well, and like his numbers are decent. It's just a volume thing for him if he's gonna get the volume.
To me, he's one of those guys that's difficult to bet because he is so much of a gamer, a hooper. He kind of lets the game come to him. So he might have a game with 6-7 assists, and then he might have the next game with 20 points, but you don't know what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
We could take Josh Giddey to hit 1-3.
I really don't want to bet Josh Giddey today. If I'm being completely honest, I just don't want to. Like I'm all for going back to somebody that's burned you, but me and Gerald were talking about this yesterday. We were texting about it because Mike Connolly burned us on a bet, right? And then the next game we watched him fucking. I don't even think he actually hit the line, but he was like closer to hitting the line than he was when we needed it. It was his assists, and then Gerald was like, if he burns you once, you go back to him the next game or like the next time he's got a good matchup. If he burns you twice, it might be time to kind of call it on that guy. And
Yeah,
I'm not
he's
saying
got a
call it on Josh
3.
Giddey.
He's got a 3 in 9 straight games.
I know
He's
because they
hit-
leave him wide open.
And he hit a 3, and he's hit a 3 in 3 straight against the Raptors. He hit 2 when they played earlier this season.
He's probably gonna hit 3 today because I'm talking shit. But we've talked.
Well, no,
about
we don't have to take it. I mean, we can take Chet instead.
We could just do Chet and keep it simple. 16.5 points.
I do
Right?
like
That's
that.
fine.
I just want to say this though, Chat. First quarter, I can see the text. Josh Giddey triple. It's going down. Just telling you.
100%. Send it to me, please.
100%.
When he has 3.
Oh, no. I'm not going to send it to you.
Well,
You're probably
I'm
going to send it to me. Yeah.
like I did with Kevin Herter. Over
Yep.
1.5
Two-
assists.
Bang, first quarter.
First
Bing
quarter.
bong. Also, there's a beautiful opportunity tonight because Grady Dick is playing basketball again this evening, and Giddey does play for the other team. Can we get a Giddey Dick, please, boys and girls? Can we?
Josh Giddey doesn't need that for his reputation right now, man. He needs
He needs to avoid that smoke. He needs to duck that smoke heavy.
He needs to preach a monk mentality for the next couple of years till that's forgotten.
Now that we can get
What do we-
an ugly ass Thunder game taking Chet,
Threes or
Chet?
points?
I think points.
16
I
and
think
a
he's got a
half.
good matchup. Yeah, I think Shea's not going to be looking to score too much. Like this Raptors team is beat the fuck up, man. If he's coming
Is
out
the
looking for
threes
35,
1.5?
yes.
Three's 1.5.
So like three's better, suck.
I like both. Up to you guys.
SPJ, I'm honestly down for either one. If you lean more with the threes, let's do threes.
It'll come down to me, and I'm gonna pick the wrong one. What about SGA's assists? Just to throw one more wrench in our fucking little plan here. He had 14 assists when he played against the Raptors last time.
Primo Dick. That
Primo
would be
Dick,
wild.
that would be a funny one.
Or
The
Dick
comment you
Primo.
made, the comment that you made on that of Rudy Gay coming out of retirement was really good. Somebody said that in Spaces. No lie, boys. I'm kind of. You guys didn't see that comment?
I didn't see that. I didn't
Holy
see that.
fuck. Oh my God.
Gerald said that, and I was like, "Yeah, I saw that. I didn't know you guys didn't see it. That was a major dub, dude."
Oh wow.
Gay Dick. Dick Gay. Oh my God.
I think we go SGA assists over 5.5. Like I said, he had 14 when he played against this. Like you said, I don't think he's going to look to put the ball in the bucket tonight. I think he's just going to be dishing it to everybody else. What do you guys think? 5.5 so low? Is it
I
low
think so,
for a
too.
reason? Is it a trap?
Fucking hell.
I don't think it's a trap. I think it is going to be one of those games for him today, where he just kind of comes in. They're on the road. Get your guys going, right? Like get Chet, have another big game going into the playoffs. Get Jalen Williams another big game going into the playoffs. Maybe Josh Giddey gets some fucking confidence going into the playoffs. This is not the time for Shea to come out and put up 31 again, right?
Yeah,
I get
exactly
it. It's
what you're
Toronto.
saying, V. We're talking
Yes,
about these guys, other guys having points nights. Somebody's got to dish the rock.
Yeah, and I just think that like, yeah, okay, I get it. You're playing in your country. You don't play Toronto often. You don't get to like be here in front of these fans, but
point.
it's also like it's just as impressive if you come in, put up 10 assists, 25 points, and just kind of like have a good game in front of the home crowd, or if you just finish with like 28 and 7 in a blowout, right? Bang.
Dude, his 10 assists is plus 900.
Yeah. Against a team
Chat.
that's defense is this bad, they're ranked 29th over the last 10 games. They're just giving it up all places, and they have no big man. The pick and roll is gonna fucking hit like. Never mind.
It's also a 230 point total.
Yeah.
All right, let's take SGA over 5.5 assists. Let's move on.
Sure.
Ooh.
I'm gonna put that 10 plus assists in something though. One of them little nuggies I send you. All right, let's move on. Spurs, Grizz. Spurs 6.5 point favorites at home in San Antonio. 216.5 point total. Kind of low. I was kind of thinking it'd be a little higher. What you guys think on this one?
I'll go first because my saucy play of the day was in this game.
It is.
Devin Vassell over 4.5 assists. I just think that there's kind of a misconception that this Spurs team isn't good at passing because we see these viral clips of Wemby running around, pointing in the air. But the truth of the matter is that they're actually second in the association on assists as a team. They pass the ball very well. Devin Vassell is a good facilitator. And I think tonight against a team that's not very good in the Grizzlies at home on Friday night, Devin Vassell is going to be dishing the rock. He's been playing great lately. And we see against terrible defenses like Brooklyn and Sacramento, he had 8 and 9 assists just in the last month. And I think at over 4.5 assists, I think they really are going to rely on him against this Grizzlies team. And I think that's my favorite play of the day. I don't have too many analytics on that. I just like it from the plums.
So that is your saucy four entry. So,
Yeah.
bing bong.
Yeah, I like it, dude. The Grizzlies giving up a lot of points. Their defensive stats are kind of misleading just because they play at such a slow pace, because every offensive possession for the Grizzlies is literally like 23 seconds because they don't know who the fuck is going to take the shot, right? It usually ends up in Jaren Jackson's hands, and he's taking a long contested 3, and then he shoots like 36% or some shit like that. you have the odd good games from GG Jackson, but even Vince Williams, he's been hurt the last few games, and he was showing like glimpses of not greatness, but glimpses of being a good role player for this team, coming and being a good second point guard for the team. Maybe Desmond Bane is now back, but I do think that Devin Vassell could just be doing a lot of everything in this game. I think that the Grizzlies with Bane back could keep it fairly close enough, and I think that they'll need Vassell and Wemby to have big games.
If you look too, that when Wemby has his big scoring output nights, it's usually a lot of Devin assists also in that game.
Dishing the ball to him. You said a good point.
Scorers.
I feel bad that Keldon Johnson's got kind of pushed out. I'm assuming that it's by design, but I think he's still a bucket.
He made a lot of mistakes, and they kind of went, all right, you're the sixth man now.
Yeah, I mean, he pushed himself out. He probably maybe has an attitude issue or something, or just Pop doesn't like the way he does some shit, or doesn't hustle or something. But the guy can score, that's for sure.
Oh yeah.
You said something, V, that piqued my interest, and now it's got my curiosity.
Let's go.
GG Jackson over 21.5 points. Hit that in 4 of his last 6 games. The 2 misses that he had were 19-point games, so he just kind of creeped close to that line. And the Spurs are not great defensively. We've talked about it all season. This guy's obviously just coming out and fucking letting the ball fly every game. I like his threes, too. He's taken 8+ 3-pointers in 4 straight games. His threes line is 3.5 or plus 130. I mean, the Spurs team sucks defensively. Not great. But I like the GG look if we wanted to go a different direction versus instead of taking a Spur, just because of how good he has been. I mean, he's coming off that huge game against Golden State. Shout out Ma Martinez for totally calling that. Just something a little different. I'm down to roll with. We can take Wemby if we want, though. If we not, is GG starting? I don't know the answer to that question. You guys got any thoughts on GG? GG's.
I don't like him. Like I don't like as not as tonight is a play. I'm saying I don't
like.
I'm just not a fan of his game. I've watched some of these Grizzlies games, especially with Vince Williams. He takes a lot of like bad shots sometimes. When they go in, you look fantastic, right? Huh?
Youngest player in the league.
Yeah, I'm not. We're talking about betting him, right? And I'm talking like I'm not. Yeah, right. I just didn't. I did bet him. I didn't bet him that one game, but he's a very narrative-driven player. He's a young guy that he gets up for these big games. Now they're coming against the Spurs team, and the Spurs defense has been bad all season. But over the last 10 home games, they're only given up 111 points per game. Over the last 15 overall, that's down to 115 points per game. So they're also like taking a step in that same direction. And the low total in this game does have me a little bit suspect. If I'm being honest, that's the only reason that I would rather take something that maybe is a little bit lower. I just feel like 21.5 is kind of high for a guy like GG Jackson. I know he's hit it in 4 of his last 6, but like this Grizzlies team hasn't had anybody all season. And he's just kind of gone on a little bit of a hot streak here, I think, more than it's going to be like a consistent. But I don't want to take him at his peak. I think this 20.5 line or 21.5 is his peak line. You know what I mean? Like it's as high as it's going to get this season. And I just don't feel like it's a great spot.
We're gonna move on because you obviously don't like it, which is totally cool. I might end up doing something with it by myself in my own side.
In your corner.
So I feel like, oh baby, hey now. So I feel like we should take a Spur then on the Spurs side of things. We can also skip this game if we don't find anything. We've got 2 plays from that Spurs game, so we don't have to put something in this one.
I was gonna say that too because we do have 2 plays from the Warriors game. There might be some more games that we do have 2 plays from. We haven't even talked about the Lakers-Sixers game, which I think is going to be a lot of fun. Seeing a short spread, like the Sixers in LA, all that narrative playing crypto, right? We've got a couple of good games still.
We didn't. We haven't talked about the Pels yet either. I know Ben's plays. We know Ben is obviously both of our plays from the Saucy Four is in this game from the Pels plus 3.5 and my Zion RA is in that game. So let's just skip that. We kind of talked about that one a lot. We won't do anything unless you guys love something else from this game specifically. We won't put anything else from this one into the big guy, right?
Yeah. Which one should we move on to? Which game?
Right, real quick before we move on, Malachi Branham over 1.5 rebounds. Pay the juice man minus 145. Sorry, Let's go.
Malachi Branham.
Yeah.
Rebounds.
Rebounds. It's juiced, but
Had one last 2 games against the Grizz. One of them was this season. Both of them were this season. But then the game before that, he had 6. That was last year. I don't hate it, dude. But let's just not force it from this game. I feel like there's this game's. You know what's going to happen now, boys? There's going to be 7 million props that hit in this one. SGPs that just smackaroo. Everybody hits their props, and we skipped it.
Everybody just tailed Chef's fucking same game parlay for this game because 100% this is going to be the one. This is going to be the one.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Two teams that don't give 7 fucks that are just going out and playing basketball. You know,
GG Jackson's going to have 40 points. And I'm going to be texting an apology letter to everybody.
Clip it.
I'm betting it. Don't you worry. I'm betting it.
Clip that right now because once he does have 40, I'm only clipping this part where I said GG Jackson's going to have 40.
Chat, SGA 10 assists, GG Jackson laddered whatever the top line of his points is, and Zion triple-double. See you in
Should we
Cabo.
jump right into this game? I feel like it's going to be one of the games of the night. It's the Sixers and Lakers. As weird as that sounds for a Sixers game right now.
Get it. Let's get it. LeBron triple-double? I'm just kidding.
Honestly, dude, this Sixers team has been all-time bad defensively. They don't hit a lot of shots. I was leaning the under. The only reason I'm not taking the under in this one is because it's Friday night at Crypto, right? If there's anybody that wants to show up for this game, it's young guys. And I never looked at this narrative until someone pointed it out. But yeah, like Maxey has a great matchup. His line is at 28.5. And I don't bet Maxey. I don't think I have bet him this season or put him out in the play. But because his line's been so high. But I keep saying it's unjustifiably high. And every game he justifies why it's that high. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Now you're getting one of the best matchups in the league. You're still without Tobias Harris. You guys have been slumping. But why is this spread 7.5? The Hawks team with Jalen Johnson and everybody were 9.5-point dogs to the Lakers. Now this Sixers team, who's been getting blown the fuck out, not even scoring 100 points in games, is now a 7.5-point dog to the Lakers. Why? What's going on?
I agree. I looked at this game earlier. I ended up settling on D'Lo's assist, which I'll talk about it in a second. But the second thing I was looking at was the fucking Lakers. The only thing that they struggle with a few things, but one of the things that they struggle with the most is guarding the guards that can score. And this Sixers team, if Maxey doesn't score 30, they're fucked. I mean, his 3.5 threes is plus 135. His points is 28.5. Like, I'm down. I'll give my quick sell job on D'Lo because I love D'Lo's assists in this spot. I took it at 5.5 last night. I think it's still sitting at 5.5 here. This will just be a prop that I keep taking until it does not hit, until it is at an unplayable number. I got minus 130 last night. It is minus 150 now, but I still like it. I laddered it all the way to 10. He has had 6+ assists in 5 straight games. He's had 10+ in 2 straight. Sixers are not spectacular defensively. He had 7 when he played against this team in Philadelphia on the 27th of November.
You okay,
Embiid. Was it? Oh my God, fam. There you go, fam. Book it, Dano. I'm riding. I'm riding.
If that hits, I might have to eat escargot, but I want at least 5% of whatever the ticket pays to eat it.
I'm literally gonna book it when we're done with the show. So it's okay. All right, here's my deal with you. I'll book it because I know you're not going to. I'll book it. If it smacks, I'll send you some and a slap in the face. Okay.
Deal.
Cool.
Deal. Just like Chan Daddy.
Absolutely, baby.
Yeah.
Can I get
which means we meet up
in my
person.
face?
What?
Sorry.
Huh?
Huh? What?
Chat. Chef, you want to come up here and lab with us for the last little bit of the show? You're welcome if you want. Anyway, yeah, D'Lo. I laddered it to the moon. I think that it's just, he's going to play significant minutes in this game. I kind of agree with you, V, that I think this game does stay relatively close. I like the spot, man. I got the 5.5 at a playable number. I liked it, laddered to 10. I got 10+ for plus 700. Is it that anymore? Still plus 700. If you'd like to sprinkle, he's hit it in 2 straight games. If the Lakers are knocking down shots, if this game turns into a track meet, D'Lo's probably going to flirt with a double-double. So I like D'Lo. But I'm down to ride Maxey if you guys want to.
I am
Max,
also
you what,
actually
points or threes?
I mean, either, but points I think probably would be I think I'd like that better.
Yeah, I'm down for
Mr.
Max. I
Bob?
also like this D'Lo assist look too. SPJ, like I said, I think the Lakers are going to score points. I think AD is going to have a big game. Paul Reed, as good as he is hard. Like, I'm hard pressed to think that Paul Reed and Mo Bamba are going to combine to stop AD. And AD has been bad this month. I think he's averaging less than 20 points per game this month. He hasn't hit his line like at all. I know he left one of those games with an injury. The second game he played with that eye injury. I'm not sure about what his health looks like now, but I just think because of him being due for a big game, I like this D'Lo assist look too. If you want to go in that direction and not really trust a Sixer.
I mean, I have it. It's a little juice now, but I'm in. Because I agree with you, dude. When I was looking at this game last night, I was looking at AD's line, and I was thinking to myself, who the fuck is going to guard Anthony Davis in this game? Who? I mean, the Sixers don't have anybody that can match this guy.
Okay,
And-
on the same ilk. Sorry, SPJ.
No.
Paul
Get
Reed-
after it.
Paul Reed over 1.5 assists plus 145. We're talking about no one being able to guard AD, but also on the other end, AD is going to be such a David versus
Menace.
Goliath matchup versus him. Definitely, I tell V all the time, this guy's going to catch the ball, turn around, see AD, and kick the ball out. His 2 assists for plus 1.
God, the unibrow, go away.
And dude, he just played 28 minutes against Nurkic and Phoenix. Like when they play big-bodied centers, they need his minutes out there. You can see this too against the Knicks and guys like Hartenstein, or against the Pelicans and a guy like JV, right? Oh yeah, Gerald did already DM me a slip with AD 3-pointer in it. If you want the other leg, I can give it to you, chat. But
We
don't know
we
chat
want your
wants
third
it.
leg, B. What?
I didn't mean to
Let's-
interrupt you, SPJ. Sorry.
No, dude. It's
We could
okay.
put this
You
in
were-
the lotto, to be honest, at plus 145. I like this, or even at 3 assists.
Yeah.
Talk to me.
Like he had 3 against the Suns. He's had three times in his last 10 games. Like 3 out of 10 is not a good hit rate, but what are the odds on 3+, Sook?
The odds on 3+. Where you at?
There's also the looking into Buddy Hield or Kelly Oubre, because
Yeah.
these are both guys that could also take advantage of the opportunity to play in crypto. We're getting lower lines, dude. Buddy Hield's fucking line is 9.5 points.
Oh wow.
That disgusts me.
That's gross.
That's
Oubre
Why is that
seem-
so low?
Well, it seems like Oubre has now taken back over as the starter because he's played 30 plus minutes in 4 straight games. I mean, Oubre's line is enticing, 18.5, but I mean, Buddy Hield at 9.5.
He played 15 minutes against Phoenix in the last game.
Yeah, that's gross.
That's super strange. No fouls.
I think he's just getting phased out a little bit. But this is
Right.
one of those lines that he could smack in 10 minutes, like easy, in crypto. I don't know. I'm just looking at and trying to just see about
Lakers
other things.
perimeter defense is kind of fucking bad too, man.
It sucks. That's what I'm saying.
over 2.5
I mean,
for plus 135 is what I'm seeing for Buddy.
first threes.
We could even take 4 for the lotto.
I'd
Do
be
we
down
like
to do
D'Lo
something.
assists for or do we
The
want to
regular
do
guy?
Paul Reed assists for the regular guy? And because I
I
honestly
kind of
like
lean.
Paul Reed and Buddy Hield for the lotto.
Let's do D'Lo then. I mean, because I labbed it last night. I like it a lot. If it doesn't
Yeah.
hit, it doesn't hit. Whatever. But let's
No,
take
you
it,
labbed it. Let's rip it.
and then
I
we
mean, I
can
like the
circle back.
Maxey look, but I didn't lab it as much. It's more just me thinking that the Sixers are going to keep it close enough for this to be a good game, high scoring with some fun props. I think I might tap into the over. I'm going to just see where the line settles.
This could be one of those games that ends up the one thing we've talked about it a lot before we move on from this one is everybody loves playing in crypto on Friday night, man. Doesn't matter how bad you've been playing, doesn't matter the shit you've been doing. When those lights turn on, you're in crypto, you get a chance. That's why I lean fucking Buddy Hield 20 points or some shit, like.
Yep.
Anyway,
And then they're
But
off. And
D'Lo.
the Sixers are off tomorrow too, so they could go out and fucking rage and do whatever the fuck they want post game. You know what I mean? They got the Clippers on
Oubre.
Sunday.
Oubre's a hooper. He's a baller. He's gonna come out and just want to lay his dong on everybody's head,
You know? All right, should we keep going? We'll
Who
get to
brings
you
Dong
next.
is probably pierced. Just looking at that guy and making
Oh
a
my,
gut assumption.
he's got his own Saint Charles. Kelly Oubre, St. Charles confirmed. Okay, which game did we not do here? Pelicans, Heat, Pacers, Warriors. Oh, Clippers, Trailblazers.
Yeah.
Clippers taking on the Blazers here. 14-point spread, another big spread in this game for the Blazers at home against the Clips. Over under is 216. Thoughts, gents?
I hate the Clippers. I hate betting them. I hate
Me too.
watching them. I just fucking
Me too.
hate this team.
Me too.
Me too. I want to fade them,
Me too.
but I took the Blazers in this exact same spot in their previous game at plus 12.5. And
They
that
got
third
clapped.
quarter was just fucking one of the worst quarters I've ever seen played by any basketball team. So bad.
Like I wanted to take Anthony threes, but it's at 3.5, and I feel like that's not playable. It's just too high.
Mm-hmm.
Something about this matchup just does not. The fucking Blazers forget how to play basketball against the Clippers. Like they just can't. They can't do anything. Chef and I ended up putting Harden's RA into our RA lay this morning. That was the only thing that even stuck out to me whatsoever. Ayton has been great, but really struggles against Zubac. I kind of like Zubac. I think Austin mentioned that in Spaces earlier today, but I think it was.
Do
his
you want to
rebounds.
do Zubac double? Do you like that at all?
I can get down with
That
a
could be-
Zubac double-double.
That's.
What are the odds?
I don't know.
Plus 170.
So, dude, let's take his points. His 10.5 points has hit in 6 straight games against the Trailblazers. Look at his points, V. Pull up his points. That's Zubac.
He's just twirling his mustache. You're doing a job here, bud.
Hey,
No, he's not.
I'm doing the job.
He's-
Just doing it badly.
He's doing a he's doing a great job. He's doing a great job. Look at the head. Look at the head to head. Look at that. Oh baby.
And this is the one that he just played 24. Why did he play 24 minutes? Is he still on a restriction?
I think he just didn't need. They didn't. I think he might have sat because they were fucking dicking him.
Yeah, actually, they were dicking the Hawks too. I'm pretty sure. No, they. I can't remember.
Dick him.
I think they-
You could take his. Do you want to just take his points?
Yeah. 10.5.
And sure.
I might still take that double for plus 170 though, just because I like that value. But
I mean, we can throw the double in here if you guys want.
I thought you don't have it.
I couldn't see it on Outlier. I've
He
got it.
hasn't gotten
for-
10 rebounds in
Mhm.
a little while.
I kind of like the points a little better. It's plus 155 for me.
Let's go with the points.
Let's go with the points because I'm seeing the rebounds 9.5 plus 100, and sometimes when I see that plus chicky, I feel like it's a trap.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go with the points.
10.5.
All right. Now you can move off this ugly game.
Yeah,
Yeah, thank
please,
God.
please.
Get rid of this game. Let's go back to the Celtics. We've got lines again for this one. No Pritchard though. Porzingis is playing apparently. I'm seeing lines for him.
Yes.
Yep.
Derek White is also playing. Derek White assists, boys. 6.5 minus
I
145.
mean, that sounds fucking free. Free.
Air.
He had a
right?
triple double, I think, in his last game against these guys. With no Drew, you could see it. Like I took Peyton Pritchard assists that last game. It was over 4.5. It was 5+ plus money plus 130, and shit smacked. It's fantastic. But the thing is that when I was watching Derek White, is he like I always look at Derek White as a shooting guard because since he's been with the Celtics, he's been playing that shooting guard role even next to Marcus Smart or next to Drew Holiday, not really taking on that ball handling responsibility. But in that game without Drew and without Tatum that he played, he had the ball every trip up court. He was setting up the offense. He was looking to score. He was finding teammates in transition. Like, I think that there's so many elements to Derek White's game that haven't even been explored yet because of the guys that he's playing with.
I 100% agree with you, dude. I mean, his 6.5 assists could be free queso.
Especially because Pritchard
His
loves
AR
to shoot.
looks juicy too.
Yeah. Pritchard loves to shoot the ball. Fucking JB loves to shoot the ball. Once the ball goes into KP, it does not come out unless the team up against him is playing zone defense. Then he kicks it out. If he's got one-on-one, he's pulling up for sure.
Oh, he's taking a hook shot.
Yeah,
100%.
like he's playing with 3 other guys, if not 4 other guys that are just gonna shoot. Sam Hauser coming off the bench, maybe starting today. He's another guy that's a catch and shoot player. I think it's Derek White assists SPJ. I think
No,
You better
no
lock
shit,
in
his-
D White assists before I start talking us on some Sam Hauser threes. Or
it's not
Sam Hauser
available, so we
assists.
can't. It's not available,
Oh.
so we can't. So keep your zipper closed. The I like his PA too, boys. He's hit that in 3 of his last 4 games, and he's hit in 3 of his last 4 against the Pistons. He had 22
yeah.
points in his TD,
The PA is 19 and a half.
26 and a half.
Oh,
Let's just take the assist. Let's not overthink it.
yep.
It's 6.5. It's probably smacking.
Jason Tatum. Why can't I see Tatum? There he is.
He's not playing. Oh.
No, I was trying to exclude
Oh yeah,
him.
yeah. Got you. Sorry.
Like, look, these are the 4 games he's played this season without Tatum. 7 assists, 10 assists. 6 assists
I mean-
here, yes, but that's under by a half. And how many played 36 minutes against the Pacers? But like, it is what it is. Bad shooting nights happen.
This is deliciously awful analysis, but it kind of applies. I don't hate taking triple double again, dude.
I mean,
I mean,
know
he just had one against the exact same team. It's the exact same situation. He's going to be the main ball handler. We just talked about it. I know Zingis is playing, so that kind of adds in some rebounding, but like they left him in the game last time when he was close to get the triple double. If he gets close
Yeah.
again, I think they're going to probably do it again, and he
Zingis
could get
also-
close again.
that game against the Pistons.
It's plus 4,000. I mean, it's worth. I know it's lazy analysis because you
if
just
he-
did it against this team. Do it again. But I mean, everything applies the same thing.
If he gets close, they'll leave him in. They did it last time too. Even though he's like, I don't like stat chasing. I don't want to do that again. But I don't think Missoula is gonna fucking sub him out if he's that close to a triple double. Like Missoula appreciates that these triple doubles mean something when it comes contract time. These fucking triple doubles, like they carry weight. They fucking matter. End of the day.
And
right?
for guys like Derek White, because he's a great basketball player, but he is not a sung hero on this team. For you guys, yes, because you bleed green. But for everybody else, he's not your household name. When they get the opportunity, like if Drew, for example, was in this position, they'd leave him in the fucking game so he can get a triple double. Derek White, same, because they don't get the opportunity very often. Not because they're not talented enough, but because they don't have as many opportunities because they're playing with MVP caliber players.
I think you guys are hitting the nail on the head because as we wind down at the end of the season and we're watching all these guys get their awards narratives kind of clamping up and figuring out who's going to be all defensive team, the team knows, hey, we want Derek White to be on everyone's mind.
Sure.
Absolutely.
All
He
right,
should
so-
be in the DPO conversation right now. The fact that he's not is absolutely fucking ridiculous. He has more blocks than a lot of fucking centers in the league right now, more blocks than Giannis. I'm disgusted that he's not even being discussed. As a
Well, no
DPO.
one's going to beat Wemby and Gobert in that sense.
The fact that but still, bro, finishing top 3 for DPOY as a guard is an achievement in itself, right? To him not even be in the conversation, I get it. Wemby is putting up great blocks, but his one-on-one defense has not been of that caliber. Not the way like Rudy's been playing one-on-one defense, help defense, all that kind of stuff. Like Rudy not giving up 70, right? Wemby's first season, rookie season, he gave up 70 points. Let's not forget that. That's
Well,
always
okay,
gonna be
but
a-
that was not just Wimby. That was the
It's
Spurs
no,
also
it was the
fucking
primary
sucking.
matchup. The primary
Come on.
I
matchup,
know, but
right? No, you
Blaming
have-
Wemby for that?
dude. Who else are you gonna blame? Like, do we not look at Mo Peterson? Was it Mo Peterson? No, what's his name for the Raptors when Kobe put up 81? There's a commercial about it. 81 olives. Like you, like it
Jalen Rose,
it is what it
right?
is. Jalen Rose, yes,
Jalen Rose, yeah.
right. Whoever was guarding Luka, it was Deontay Murray. I'm not gonna forget that. Deontay Murray got 70 plus on his head top. It-
Hey, I called that on the show. All right, let's cap this because we've got 7 legs. I think we only left out the Pelicans game as the only game we didn't take anything in.
No, we did not take in the Grizzlies game, right?
Oh, right. Yeah, we left out the Grizzlies game too. So, and I'm okay with that, to be honest.
Should we squad ride Zion assists with all of Twitter as our Pelicans play?
No, because I have his RA, and I really would like for that to cash, so I'm good on that. The over, all right, I'm going to read it off here. Over 17.5 points for Jared Allen. It bumped a point because we've been gabbing forever, which is cool. We got a 2-teamer for the Warriors Pacers because we like 2 props in that one with our buddy Ben. Over 20.5. Over 20.5 Jonathan Kuminga points and over 4.5 TJ McConnell assists. Man, the more I'm staring at that McConnell assist, boys, the more it's sketching me out. The over 5.5 assists from SGA in the Raptors game. Over 5.5 assists D'Angelo Russell for the Lakers. Over 10.5 points for Zubac against the Trailblazers, and then over 6.5 assists for Derek White against the Pistons tonight, and that is plus 55.40 for those 7 legs.
Do we cap
Plus
it off
50.
there? Do we add a Pelicans leg?
I think we leave it here and then we cook a lotto.
Yeah.
Personally,
Done.
you know.
Yep.
Let me. I just want to book it on my phone because every time I do it on my fucking every time I do it on my computer, I can't take a screenshot. Sorry. I got a text from my dad and it was interesting. I'll tell you guys when we're off the show.
It was interesting enough to completely break your concentration.
Yep, sure was. Sure was. Let's find a lotto leg. Let's find some lottos and put something together here and cap the show off. Where do you guys want to start? Derek White triple double? What? Huh? Who said that?
Give me Paul Reed 3 assists plus 425.
Yeah.
Oh my,
That's my part.
You know what the greatest part about that, Sook, is that it's either going to be the freest of cake or the freest of cheese.
I like cake. I like cheese.
Amen.
Sounds like a win-win.
Cheesecake.
Derek.
The double-double also,
cake?
SPJ, doesn't sound bad for Derek White because
Derek White.
I was going to say that so often we'll take somebody's triple-double at plus 4,000 when their double-double is also like plus 500 or plus 450, and we'll ignore the double-double like it's fucking chopped liver.
Word.
So can I make you proud of me?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'll tell you this because I know that you guys fuck with me and I joke about taking triple doubles all the time. This is how you bet triple doubles. This is what you do. You sprinkle the triple double. You straight bet the RA and you sprinkle the double double. That is how you bet triple doubles. If you think somebody's getting a triple double based upon the analysis that you have looked at, the numbers that you have crunched, bet the triple double, but don't stop there. Take the RA, take the double double, because then if 2 of those 3 things cash and he does not get the triple double, you're not crying yourself to sleep. Ask me why I know this, chat, because I've cried myself to sleep doing that. It's a good learning mentality. It's a good way to do it. If you like betting triple doubles, it's the way to do it. Sorry, I'm trying to put this in here. Okay, so we've got. What's your leg, V? What do you like?
Trying to think. What are you putting in your
Derek
SPJ?
Derek White
Derek
double
White?
doubles. Derek White double double sounds nice, dude. You kind of convinced me that could be a good little spot. I don't hate it.
Yeah, honestly, if you're not taking Derek White double-double, I'll take Derek White double-double.
Throw it in
That's
there.
my leg. If you've got something else. Because I'm not on a lot of props today. Like I said, I'm only on 2 totals right now. I might have a couple more sides depending on where lines settle in, but
Dude's been watching too much college ball.
No, he's being smart and he's adjusting his strategy towards the end of the season and realizing that the game lines and the totals are more probably profitable than taking players at this point.
honestly, what it's been a lot of has just been trying to like target where I feel like places that books haven't made the adjustment yet, in totals and in size and things like that. And one thing that I've taken into account more than I have in any season prior is a team's rest level and how tired they could be. Before, I was not looking at the schedule of what their last 10 games looked like. Yes, I would see their last 10 record, but I wasn't taking a look at where were the games, how much did they travel. But now you look at teams like some teams they'll like start a road trip. For example, the Knicks tomorrow. They play the Nets tomorrow. I think it's maybe an afternoon matinee game. I'm not sure. But they're coming off a tough West Coast road trip, coming off that tough game in Denver. We saw Hart and McBride playing like 35-plus minutes in every single game. Now they're going to get the Nets. And I know everybody's going to want to think that the Knicks are coming home, first game home. But that first game back is just as tiring as some of these road games, 1 day's rest, barely, because you're traveling on that day. So it's just a whole bunch of fucking shit that I've taken more into account. And I think that's why I've had some success. But I feel like now that I've said that today, shit's gonna go south.
No, V, I love the look because that's the perfect time to get got. You're gonna play on a Saturday morning, 11 a.m. Mountain, and you have just 1 day off after 3 games on the road. I like that.
And the other thing too is I know that it's gonna it might not sound dumb, but it might not be something that holds too much weight. But Mikal Bridges was on the podcast with Brunson and Josh Hart, whatever their podcast is, Roommates podcast, and it's funny, and they're talking about it, but they're talking about the game that they had in the Barclays Center when Mikal came down and he hit a 3. Yeah, the crowd got loud, but then Brunson came down and he hit a 3, and the crowd went nuts. And they're literally talking about how Barclays is a home game for them with Mikal sitting right there in front of him. Now they're going into MSG. Like, you can't tell me that Mikal's not, like, they're all teammates. You don't want to come in and lose to these guys. They all played at Nova together. I just think that it's going to be a fun game, and maybe, like, I hate to say it, but maybe the Nets make some noise tomorrow. But we'll talk about that tomorrow, maybe in the scribbles.
All right.
SPJ, what did you choose as your lotto leg?
I'm not going to do Zion just because it's been talked about ad nauseum. I really like D'Lo, 10 assists. What did you decide? You want to do Derek White?
Yeah.
Okay. And so we're doing 3 assists for Paul Reed, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I don't want to do D'Lo then because that's in the same game. Just trying to plug this in here. Derek White's double is only plus 295. It's pretty good. I don't have Paul Reed assists. Oh, do I?
I can sprinkle it for you too, SPJ, if it's not there.
Or I can find something else.
No.
I mean-
If you guys have it and you like it, then I'm down. Yeah, I don't have it. If you don't mind.
No, not at all, SPJ. I got you.
Thanks, man. Not gonna make you guys run. How about Zion double instead of triple? I could get into that. You guys want to take Zion double?
Sure.
The thing I didn't say because everybody was talking about Zion, I'll say it now because I just love talking. But is that Zion
Came to the right place.
Right? Zion's another one of those big, like, small forward type guys. I know he'd be listed as a power forward, but like LeBron James, like Anthony Edwards, that likes to grab the rebound and run a one-man fast break. There's not a lot of players that can fucking do that, but he's one of those guys. And I just think that players like that are so fucking special because once they get a couple of rebounds early in that game, they're absolutely running in transition. And I think that today is the spot where Zion could get it either with the rebounds or with the assists.
I'm down. I mean, I booked it last night. I'm in. I have it already. I think that you're right. He's going to have the ball in his hands a shit ton. It just is going to depend on if the Pelicans make shots for the assist to happen or if there's enough bricks for him to get enough boards. So I'm in. Austin, we are going to post the regular guy or the slate review as a, the whole slate to look at to figure out if you guys want to take the entire one or if you want to pick and choose which ones you like. What are you guys seeing the value on Zion's double?
Plus 325.
Nice. LeVert
I got the
double is
entire
also a
leg.
good one.
Yeah, I like that too. But I got the entire layup plus 9,131. 1 second, let me just check.
So Paul Reed, 3 assists, double-double for Zion, double-double for Derek White. Dude, if you threw Karis LeVert in there, as Chef would say, you got a fucking stew.
9161. Let me send that to Chef, actually, now that you say that.
Please, Paul Reed, don't sell this for us.
3 assists first quarter. What are you talking about? What you could also do is D'Lo double-double. Oh, see, now I'm getting unhinged. All right, let me stop this now. D'Lo double-double, LeVert double-double, Derek White double-double, Zion double-double.
And then just sprinkle the 4-teamer of the triple-double too, because why the fuck not?
Because why
And
the
you're
fuck not,
rich.
babe? D'Lo's not getting a triple-double, but hey, stranger things have happened. Has he ever had a triple-double in his career?
I'm gonna say no.
I'm
I
going to
don't think
also
so.
say no.
He's probably flirted with one. I could see some random 8-rebound game for him, but I don't think he's ever had a triple-double. Highly doubt it.
He has one.
Highly. No shit. Must have been with the Wolves. Wasn't with the Lakers.
2018 on Brooklyn against the Raptors. He had a triple double.
Brooklyn. I forgot he played for Brooklyn.
All-star.
Yeah, I was going to say D'Lo's Brooklyn days were some of his best, most exciting.
Sheesh. Wow.
I used to love watching him. He took that team to the playoffs, man.
Yeah. He's a good player, man. I know he gets a bad rap, but I mean, I think LeBron's actually really invested in him being a part of this Lakers team, and like you can tell that it matters. Like he's playing good basketball for them.
Yep.
He really is. Okay,
All right, boys.
let's call this bad boy. We had the saucy. Wait, hang on, saucy 4.
Yeah.
We know my leg is our Zion's RA. Ben is the 3.5 for the Pelicans. Sook is Vassell's over 4.5 assists. B, take us home.
I don't want to take the same total that we have the Pelicans plus 3.
No, we're just triple dipping on that game.
I'm not touching the Warriors under in this one for sure.
Oh God, you're gonna make us bet another side. We are totally diversifying our portfolio.
I think it's got to be fuck, man. I think it's got to be the Lakers over.
Okay.
The Lakers over, yeah. That's
What's
my
your
most
favorite? That's your favorite play. The Lakers over.
No, my favorite play is the over in the Pelicans game, but that's my favorite play. for
Oh well,
today.
then I could be down to triple dip on. I mean, that ties in with Zion getting
Well,
RA. Sook is
Yeah.
just unhinged.
It's like I would just
throwing
hate for
memes.
the Pelicans to like go up a lot, right? And now we're not sweating the Pelicans, and we have to like sit there and cheer for Miami to score points for the over. You know what I mean? That's why I hate doing I hate double dipping on the same game with a total and a side, especially. I can this is my pitch in the Lakers Sixers game, right?
Mhm.
This total doesn't make sense with where it's at. The Lakers have been much better defensively, especially at home. In games that they win, it's usually on the back end of defense and holding teams to under 110 points, not by outscoring them in 130, 140 point games. I think the total in this game, it's already moved up from 223 to 225. The short spread here. We've talked so many props on the Sixers side that we like Reed assists, Maxi points, Oubre. Even Buddy Hield off the bench has a good matchup. I don't think he plays 14 minutes again. I think it must have just been a situational thing, and he might have not been giving them on defense what they needed against the Suns. But I think against the Lakers team, if he gets a couple going early, he should see time. They're weak from the perimeter, a place the Sixers love to play from. And I actually think Tobias Harris is back tonight playing. Correct me if I'm
He
wrong,
is.
though.
I'm pretty sure that he is. Yeah.
Yeah. So I just think I like the total in this game, man. It's the last game of the night. There's no other game going on at the same time. It's going to be the Blazers and the Clippers. So I also think that this is going to be one of those games where maybe the refs don't swallow their whistle as much because they want it to be a high-scoring game. They want some excitement. They want like LeBron James. If anybody's still getting a whistle despite whatever calls have been made by the league to the referees. If there's one person who those calls don't apply to, it's LeBron fucking James, right? So I think that today, over 225, it's a little bit sus, and I understand having a side and a total in this lane is going to be super sus, but I think that's my favorite play.
No, that's okay. However, I can't
We don't want to
the
ride the
RA.
under in the Warriors game, do we?
No,
Yeah,
I really don't, dude.
exactly.
I love you, and I hope it smacks for you with ease, but I really don't want to have beans
There's
on
a
that.
reason I ask and don't say under 240 because even if I hadn't already locked it in at 238, might be a little bit sus on this play.
I hope that it smacks for you. I really do, and I hope that Clay has 25 points and it goes way under. We can't do Zion RA with the Pelicans, unfortunately.
Okay.
So I'm gonna change my pick. And I'm gonna lock in. We're double dipping here, but that's okay. I'm gonna throw D'Lo 5.5 assists in this.
Okay.
I think that's okay. I think that's a good double dip.
That goes with the over that you're talking about, so we're chilling. Which means Zion's getting a triple double, and that's how that's going.
I mean, if he does that, we'll still cash.
Absolutely, I'm chilling. All right, where is we at here? D'Lo plus 5.5. The over 225. I'm getting plus 913 for the 4-legger.
That sounds pretty fucking hot.
Does the job, man. Does the job. All right, that is Pelicans plus 3 from our friend Ben. Over 4.5 assists from Devin Vassell from Sook. The over in the Lakers game, 225, and the from V, and then myself, D'Angelo Russell, over 5.5 assists. That is plus 913. Bing bong. Bing
Boom.
bong bang. Bang. Okay. Locked and loaded. Ready to rock and roll.
Finished.
Fun show today, boys. It was so awesome having Ben on. Really good.
He was so awesome. We need him back ASAP.
For sure.
Absolutely. Chat, we hope you guys enjoyed listening to Ben earlier as well. Hope you guys tuned in and stuck with us, even though you guys probably enjoyed Ben way more than us. But we hope you hung out with us regardless and enjoyed the show today. Hope you guys have a fantastic Friday. We will be posting the entire slate review for you guys. As we have been saying over the past couple of weeks, which we're going to keep reminding you guys, please bet all of these lines straight. Don't just rely solely on the saucy 7 to take you home. Obviously, sprinkle the goods. Yeah, Alex is here because he loves you, V. Alex, do you like me and Sook too, or just V? If V wasn't a part of the show, would you not tune in anymore? I don't think he would.
Alec, it's okay to say yes. Fuck these guys.
I like both. Both? As in, fuck me, right?
One of you guys just got fucking shipped to the corner.
Alec
Nico
is
likes
eating Neapolitan ice cream, and he's eating all of the chocolate first.
Rich A. Parlay likes us all. I like all three. We don't need the flowers, but we appreciate them.
Thanks, Richie.
Appreciate you guys making this our favorite day of the week. We appreciate you guys tapping in for Sauce Team. Go follow V and Sook on Twitter at VSauce with 3 A's and at Just Sook. Go follow me at Sweatpants Jesus. Go follow all of us as you guys already. If you don't know, go follow us at Your Betting News. We appreciate you guys. We will catch you guys again on Sunday for Saucy Sundays at 12 o'clock Eastern, boys. 12:30 Eastern, 12 Eastern, 12 Eastern.
Yeah.
12 Eastern. We will have our friends Betalytics coming in and joining us on Sunday morning for to get you rocking and rolling for your Sunday vibes to talk NBA on Sunday. We'll be live with you guys tomorrow for afternoon or Betspresso in the morning time, which will be fun to get the vibes rocking and rolling for a beautiful March Madness and a beautiful Saturday. Chaps, you got any final words for the kids before we get out of here?
Let's hit
Enjoy all the
fucking bets.
basketball. Talk at
Mhm.
the same time. Blah blah blah.
Oh my god, I love you boys.
Oh man,
And love you,
you
chat.
too, guys. We love you guys. We appreciate. Oh, what did I miss? A whole show.
The
The
entire
whole
thing.
show. Watch the replay. We love you. We'll post the Saucy Lay on Twitter. We will also post the Saucy 4 on Twitter as well. We appreciate you guys. You came for the winners and you stayed for the vibes. We'll catch you guys tomorrow. Have a great Friday night. Peace.
What you know about rolling down in the
Riding in the deep.
down in the
Now I know y'all be loving this.
What you know about rolling, rolling, rolling? What you gonna do? Rolling, rolling. What you gonna do? Down in the rolling, rolling, rolling. What you gonna do? Right, y'all be loving this shit. What you know about